This episode brought to you by our combined penises. We're bigger than you, Ant-Man. We're bigger than you. Slightly.
Hey, everybody. We're watching Ant-Man, and you're listening to Miscast Commentary. I'm dying.
Welcome to Miscast Commentary's Movie Marathon.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
With two guys actually crazy enough to get this done.
And I have a bow and arrow.
Now here are your hosts,
Language!
Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
Todd Tebow the Sailor Murray.
And we delve deeper into the miscast. Wow.
We are delving.
Yeah.
Marvel miscast. We're like the same thing. We are fucking superheroes, man.
Well, I feel like a superhero because we're getting through this. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we delve deeper into it. We bring you Ant-Man today. And I'm very excited because I like when we get to bring in a new character. So we're not talking about the same actors every single time. And all that kind of stuff. Hey, as much as I like all the other guys,
Me
it's
too.
just I struggle to find more things to say about them because I blow my wad the first time they come out, especially for Chris Hemsworth. If you know what I mean.
I don't actually. You're saying blow your wad, and then Chris, what could you possibly
I spend a lot of money on the sideshow toys of his replica. That's what I mean. Blow that wad of
You know
cash.
what? I think, I don't know whether I'm wrong or not,
Probably.
but they missed a huge opportunity in this film.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the song Tiny Dancer is in there at all, or is it?
I don't know.
There should have been a scene of him dancing, Tiny Dancer.
But I will put this out
Like
there.
an action scene.
You guys never heard this, but I made a similar prediction before and we were wrong. Remember when we did Super Mario Brothers and I said they should have had everybody walk the dinosaur?
Right.
And then we were like, oh, that would have been funny. And then it showed up.
It was in there.
So
we
nobody heard that episode.
And they never will.
Never will, because I couldn't figure. I now know how to fix that problem. It would have taken me like 5 days to fix it. It would have
That.
taken
There's
forever.
no fixing it.
It's
A big scar, a big sexy scar. Chicks dig scars.
I'm getting somebody from that movie. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep
Bob
digging.
Hoskins.
No, he's gonna be a difficult get. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, he's not. He's the easiest one, probably.
Probably. I want to get what's his face?
Milano.
No. What's his face?
The big testicle guy.
What is it? Booker Stevens? Something Stevens? Fisher Stevens.
Yes, fuck.
There it is.
I'm gonna say Parker Stevens.
I'm gonna get Fisher Stevens, and we'll do a double interview for that in Short Circuit.
Double whammy.
So you played a dinosaur in this and an Indian in the other thing, and you're a white man.
I know, right?
So let's talk about that.
I believe that's culturally appropriate
Is
these days.
this why you can't host the Oscars?
He wants to do it as an Indian man, and they're like, no. You can't tell him he's not. If he believes he's an Indian man, who am I to stop him?
He may have been born there.
Yeah, what the hell?
He may have dual citizenship. I don't know anything about his life.
I didn't know Freddie Mercury was like full-on Indian man until the movie. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So there you go. That proves it right there.
That means we're the champions.
That's exactly it.
All right. Well, there's only one thing we can do. We have to get small right now, okay? Not like Steve Martin comedy bit get small. We have to Ant-Man get small. And there's only one way to do that is to press this gigantic play button, this almost comically large, like old person remote control.
Yeah.
Like,
Or old person calculator.
Yeah. Like, those ones like you can buy at a like you go to like a Walmart and you go to like it's like a universal remote control and it's like it's the size of your fist, each individual button. It's like I can't see the
remote control
five.
is so big it would cover Tommy Lee's penis up in a music video.
Oh my god, that is a remote control. Boom. That he's got a big penis. If anybody doesn't know,
And he covered it with a giant remote in that one
There's
video he had.
there's no chance.
The methods of mayhem.
There's no chance. There's no Venn diagram of somebody who hasn't either seen the video or he's shown it to them directly. If it's either one or the other, and you're definitely in one of those circles.
One or the other.
All right,
You've seen it or you haven't.
No, there's
Whoa.
there's no you haven't. There's no you
Oh.
haven't. You've either seen it from the video or you've seen it because he showed it
Yeah,
to you.
in person.
There's no anybody else.
You've seen it once, you've seen it twice.
Like, I mean, my son saw it. He literally came in and he's like,
Tommy Lee's penis.
he's like, I can't have anybody not see it. It was the first thing he saw when he came out of my wife.
what
My
they
son,
say.
his Tommy
You're
Lee's
supposed
penis
to
was
have
over.
a picture of Tommy Lee's penis ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. For my daughter, she saw it while inside because Tommy Lee fucked my wife while she was pregnant. So it's like a whole thing.
Yeah. If they're going to see him, she's going to see it this way.
This is the most roundabout way of saying
Isn't it?
press play I've
Yeah,
ever
it
heard,
sure is.
especially
I
when we're
agree.
quite late. So let's do this and press play.
Now.
See, Todd's role is actually the most important role in that because without him, you're definitely not in sync. Because when I
Yep.
say press play, it never actually lines
No,
up
it's
for
not
me.
actually. So you should be listening to me.
Yeah. And I'm not disputing that. So here we are, 1989. That was the
1989.
building of the Triskelion, the building we see get all smashed up at during Winter Soldier when all the airships are smashing down and all that good stuff.
Here's the Starker.
Starky.
Starkin' and Sparkin'.
Look at they younged him up.
Stark. Who
They
did,
did,
oh, he's talking
Yeah.
to Stark's dad.
yeah.
I was like, wait,
And-
oh my
And
god.
Peggy Carter.
She's
So
so hot as
they-
fuck.
They've digitally aged her. They've digitally de-aged him, and they did nothing to John Slattery.
Perfect. Holy
Oh, and they
God,
de-aged this
Of
guy,
course
too.
they know each other. How old is friggin'?
But
Oh, this is 89. So
Mm-hmm.
how old is Stark? Well, don't they mention in the other ones when his dad dies and shit? Isn't he supposed to be dead?
yeah, in the 90s he died.
Oh, will we see him in Captain Marvel?
Might actually.
I'm calling it right now. Whoa.
Boom.
Jeez, Hank.
Like, look at the
Calm the
CG.
fuck
Like,
down.
that is CG that we're looking at right now.
It's good.
Like, that's not like pulled back and taped the face or whatever. That's just they put dots on a man's face and he performed it as old man, and then they gave it to you as young man. And holy shit!
I wonder
does
what
it look
happens to you when you see this. Like Michael Douglas watching this must be like, wow.
Oh,
like,
no.
Look at that.
I can tell you because he did say during an interview what he said. He's like, we can go back and do prequels to all my movies. He's like, we can go do a Jewel of the Nile prequel
Yeah.
and stuff like that easily. And
That's
it's
cool.
and he's not wrong. Actually, and you kind of mentioned it a little bit too when we were talking about how they want to go back and do some of these solo movies like a what's her face? Like a Black Widow, but like she's not getting any younger type thing. It's like, hey, you make her any friggin' age you want her to.
You're damn right. Give her a CG boob lift.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll take a CG ball drop.
Yeah.
Some big old. Just
Oh, do you have undescended
sagging.
testicles?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get a little Spanish shot in here.
See, the thing I give this movie credit for is the same thing I give to Guardians of the Galaxy. Is you get a little break from the usual Marvel
It's a
feel.
palate cleanser. They're very smart. You can't lay on too much heavy.
So I will talk right away about Edgar Wright. Obviously, he was the original writer of this
Oh,
project.
that's right. Yes.
Anybody,
bad.
Anybody who doesn't know him did well. Most of the script that you see here is Edgar Wright's script. It has been changed, but it's not like the story points and stuff like that. Like he's still very much a part of this script. It's just that he's not the only part.
Was
of
that
this
like his
script.
issue? Was there like, oh, you want to change it?
Oh, no, I guarantee what happened is exactly what's happening to everybody else. Is Disney's like, well, no, because we want this to tie into this or blah blah blah, and then Edgar Wright's like, I want to make my movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you don't get to make it because he basically wanted his movie to be independent of the MCU.
Ooh,
And
that
they're
ain't
like,
gonna work.
and they're like, yeah, that's not fucking happening, man. Like, Paul Rudd is a man who I just absolutely adore.
I know. He's so lucky. Imagine all the other doofuses he hang out with. They must be so jealous of him. Mm-hmm. Let's see Rogan, who tried to be the Green Hornet and failed miserably.
You mean succeeded horribly, but like let's just talk about Paul Rudd for a second. He like things he's created. He wrote this. He was a writer on this movie. He wrote with another guy, Ant-Man, to like Ant-Man and the Wasp. He wrote Role Models, which is a fantastic
I
movie.
really like that movie. I
but-
miss Stifler. How come Stifler isn't a superhero, man?
Give him time. But then he's like, he looked exactly like this when he was in Clueless 20-something years ago.
Yeah, he hasn't aged.
He was in Halloween, the Curse of Michael Myers, Romeo and Juliet, Cider House Rules, Wet Hot American Summer, plus all of its
Amazing.
10 years
So
later.
funny,
First Day of Camp. He was in Friends for like a season. He was in Anchorman, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Night at the Museum, Knocked Up, I Love You Man, Our Idiot Brother, Wanderlust, which is great. Perks of Being a Wallflower. He did a bunch of episodes of Parks and Rec. Like, he can just go do whatever he wants. He's like, yeah, I'll go do TV for a bit. I'll do this. But it doesn't affect him. Like, it doesn't, he doesn't lose cred for going to doing anything, and then he can go right back to doing a big thing and like that sort of thing, right? Michael Pena here started out like young. Michael Pena was in like Felicity, but he was in Crash, $1 Million Baby, World Trade Center. I love that.
I could do anything in the world.
The colors and all that. Oliver Burger.
Yeah,
He's
what
perfect.
the fuck?
This is like his character in Role Models, actually, just being on the other side of it. Ice cream. Look at the hair.
Like,
on
well,
that
what
guy's
is supposed to
arms.
be like? I'll just make you a fucking burger. Oh, it's a real product placement, Baskin Robbins.
No, he was. I think it's more just of the customer's always right.
Yeah.
But how can you be right if you don't even know what the fuck we serve here? He looks like
Some chair, not all the chair.
Yep, absolutely.
3 years. What did he do again? We're gonna find out.
Oh, he's thieving.
That guy looks like a character from a British movie about magic. Look at that guy. Holy fuck.
He totally does, though.
He
You're right.
looks like a cool guy. He looks like he'd star in the Napoleon Dynamite 3.
Mm-hmm.
Straight to Hallmark.
Yeah. So the other writer who worked on this with Edgar Wright is named Joe Cornish. He wrote and directed the movie Attack the Block.
Awesome.
Which is a good movie.
Awesome movie.
But he also wrote and directed The Kid Who Would Be King, which is out currently and is in the middle of flopping.
That looks all right, though.
So, but yeah,
it's got Patrick Stewart in it, brah.
That's true. I mean, Adam McKay co-wrote this with Paul Rudd. And you know him from Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, Anchorman 2, Get Hard, The Big Short, Vice. So he's up for Oscars and shit right now for not comedy stuff.
He fired him.
He did.
What the fuck? A con can't even go to town and, do his crime in time
hard.
and then...
I don't know if they just did that on
blue-collar crime,
purpose.
too.
I don't know if you just noticed that or if anybody did, but it looked like the scale between him and the other people on the street was different. And I'm wondering if that was like on purpose. It looked like there was a gigantic woman in the back. It looked like there was a big giant dude passing him, but then other people looked like way smaller. It's all about like perspective and stuff like that. But I'm
You
almost
think they were
wondering.
fucking with it there just for a minute?
That's what I'm wondering, if like they're like having this like him looking small and big next to people and all this. I don't know. I might be reading too much into it, but
Possibly. But what the hell?
I don't know.
That's what people do with these fucking things, man.
Right.
You're supposed to read way too much into it because then you realize that something that you read was real. T.I.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard to like be in the movie like that though, to see those kind of things.
Well, that's how you catch these fucking
That
things.
guy, if you don't recognize him, he was in The Dark Knight. He was the guard who, when Batman goes to capture the Joker, they find this guy, and like he's got like what's her face, like Rachel Dawes' name on his thing, and he like starts laughing and he smashes them. Anyways, it's a scene. It's a scene in the movie. It's another superhero movie, is my point. So let's all fucking calm down.
Just simmer down out there. Oh, he's a cat burglar. Meow.
Michael Pena is fucking gold in these movies, man.
I thought that there was like too much of him in the second one. Too much emphasis on him. I was like, come on, like he's cute in small doses, but now he's like, we're small. I was like, oh fuck.
Well, I think that was for a couple reasons. One reason is because his scene in this movie, that storytelling scene, is so fucking popular.
Yeah.
But the other part was they like to be able to get a good reaction out of the extraordinary things that are happening in these movies. And so it's like, well, who do we get to do that? It's like you can get a couple of like innocent bystanders, or you can get like the guy who everybody seems to enjoy. Right. Now. So I understand
the foil or whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah, I understand the decision that they made, and then it's just really a matter of like, do you
Second
think
one
it was
is
executed
different, eh?
Oh yeah.
Really different.
Well, and I mean, there were things that people didn't care for about this movie. There's things that people did care for, and they're like, oh, they need to.
And we're back to the, here's Michael Douglas.
Yep.
We missed one in Avengers 2. There was no Burt Reynolds or
Oscar
actors,
yes.
or he's been up for Oscars. Didn't he win one for Genko?
I don't know, he won something.
For the Gecko ad?
I think he did.
Geico?
I did. Well, he was at the very least nominated. But
for Wall Street.
Yeah. No, I liked for Geico.
Oh, there
Genko,
she is.
Evangeline Lily, a Canadian.
If Lost
Canadian
didn't piss me off so badly, she might be above Amber Heard.
Oh, yeah?
She is beautiful.
Interesting. She was uncredited as girl next to Locker in Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She's
awesome movie.
She's an uncredited extra in Smallville who is also basically girl next to Locker.
Oh.
She was also in the movie The Hurt Locker.
Oh God, she is typecast.
But then she was in Lost, Real Steel. Of course, she's in the Hobbit movies. And then she was born in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. She's a Canadian chick, which means we own her and can do with her what we please.
Is right.
Don't worry, I'm just gonna be nice to her. I'm just gonna make her a nice sandwich.
We own her, we condone her, we can bone her.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Is that our next shirt?
You fucking right.
Hashtag me too.
No, don't forget about the flavors of the.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing that. I am doing that shit.
Pammer. What was this guy in?
I'm going to tech my... Corey Stoll, I can tell you. He was in Lucky Number 11, the number 23, Salt. He was in The Bourne Identity. He's in House of Cards. He plays Buzz Aldrin in First Man, which is just out... Well, as we're recording this, just out of theaters and just on demand and stuff like that. Oh, he was also in Girls.
What's your problem with the kid that would be king?
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that currently
I'm
just saying right now it's currently losing a lot of money.
It's a British movie, that's why.
Well, and it's being drowned out by a lot of other things because Glass is doing good business.
Oh God, it is?
Yeah.
Oh God.
And Aquaman's still doing business, and I don't know, people want to.
Why do they do this to me? Now that he's going to come out with another movie, this
I
just justifies
this.
him getting more. Oh, neato, eh?
Oh, you know what's going to happen? The same thing that happened to him last
Flying
time.
Squirrel.
He's going to do something that's fucking awful and go to director's jail again.
Director's jail.
Well, that's when you basically can't be it's wow, this guy's clearly an auteur, he can make whatever he wants, so they give him free reign on the next project, and then it bombs. It's well, guess what? You just lost. You lost your free reign
until the next big one it comes along.
Mm-hmm.
He just keeps clawing his fucking way back, doesn't he?
Oh man,
fucking guy.
Yeah, he's made some of the worst movies ever made, but he made a movie that was, sort of revolutionary. So
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, exactly. Which I didn't enjoy because it was ruined for me ahead of time, and without that twist, it's not that great.
Yeah, you can't really. You can't. It's a type of movie you can't really watch again either.
No,
you can.
I had that problem with I think it was called Derailed, with Clive Owen and Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston, they're a couple, and then she gets raped, and then everything kind of goes south and all that.
What was it called?
I think it was called Derailed.
I think you're right.
And I remember seeing that, and there's a big twist in that, a couple big twists actually, and I was like, whoa. But then once you see it, and I remember I bought it on DVD when it came out, and then I watched it, I'm like, this is so boring when you know what's happening.
He stole this.
Yes.
He stole the shit.
Yeah.
The fucking yellow jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see who the next bad guy, if they're gonna do an Ant-Man 3, which would be weird because you don't know, right? Sometimes they do 2 and that's it, right? We got introduced to the characters now. We can see their arcs in the next Avengers movies and this and that.
I think they'll do another one because the second one was actually considerably more popular than this one.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Strange questions he asked in that second one. I really was I didn't know what I was thinking when I first watched it. I was what am I thinking here? But at the end, I was that was a very satisfying movie.
It was.
Very different. We'll obviously get into it when we get to Ant-Man 2.
We're going to get there. But, the thing was, now it had way more to tie into. Because the thing about being the first movie after an Avengers movie is you're either setting things up or you're basically free reign. And so this one didn't have a lot to tie into except for the fact that it exists within the same world.
It's always fucking like technology to use for war.
Yeah.
The bad guy's always like, I'm going to use this modern warfare.
Well, and I thought about that. I actually put quite a bit of thought about that before, and I was like, it's either going to be like, because it's got to be for your own personal gain. And so where's the fastest money? You can go and rob a bunch of banks with it. Yeah, maybe, sure. Or you could sell it for billions to like governments to use against each other and stuff like that, and just let the world burn. But like you can literally make all your money in one swing, you know, and then be done.
I don't want multiple swings. One swing with the money sounds good with me.
That's exactly it, right?
Fuck yeah, it does. Because he doesn't want to be a bald asshole like you.
I really like that they did. I know people didn't like that Hank Pym wasn't wasn't Ant-Man in this. But I like what they did. They utilized both Ant-Mans because there's Scott Lang.
He was Ant-Man.
Yes, but yeah, exactly. And I like that. That's how they decided.
And he does pass it down to Buddy, doesn't he?
He does. And also, you can't tell the next story without everything being exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I think it was really, really good, and I think she's so fucking sexy.
Even with that wig on, she is a pretty
with her Sia
gal. And maybe honestly, maybe it's like I'm into bitchy women. It's like Amber Heard's like a bitch. She was a bitch all through Lost.
She definitely deserved all the punches in the face she got.
You know, but I'm like, I don't know, man.
Nice.
Oh, is that his Suzanne in the back? Is that his old lady?
It's Judy Greer, his ex-old lady.
Oh, this guy's cool. I like
Bobby
this guy.
Canivale. I didn't realize how big an actor he was, like on Broadway and stuff, though. Like he's in fucking everything on Broadway. But do you know? I don't know if you'd remember the character, but he was in Oz for a bit.
This dude?
Yeah, he played.
You know what? I think I know who he is too.
He played a character named Torquemada, who was in the last season of Oz. He was an ecstasy dealer. And he had like one eye was a different color, and that's the best thing I've ever seen. I love.
He's so ugly.
Now this is just a sappy dad thing, but his relationship with his daughter means everything to me in this movie because, like, I sit there and I watched this movie with Abby not too long ago, and just having her kind of like snuggled into me and like their little adventures.
Oh, Judy Greer. She didn't look like her when they showed her in the background though. That was somebody else.
That was probably some other random.
It was somebody's. You know, she's back there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. But Judy Greer, she's the person you put in this role in this movie. Like,
plus, this movie's very grounded. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's very. Oh, there she is in the background. There.
The other girl's prettier. Sorry, but
yeah, come on. I think Judy Greer is more natural talent.
I'm in love with Judy Greer.
I think she's awesome.
Like her, if all she had ever done was her role in Arrested Development, she would be a goddess to me. She's so goddamn funny.
Yes, she is actually. Holy fuck, is she ever?
Actually, 2 movies in a row, and we're now on the third person who was in 13 going on 30.
Oh my God, is it? Yeah.
Well, it was Andy Serkis and Mark Ruffalo, and then her.
13 going on 30. What a cast.
And then Jennifer Garner was in a Marvel movie as Elektra.
As Elektra.
So that's another one. And basically,
my God.
So basically 13 going on 30 is more of a Marvel movie than a big ripoff.
Okay, they seem to give people like, you know, more chances. Like, we've got Deadpool there who was, what's it called?
Green.
What else? There's more. I know there's more where they played more than, holy fuck. Played more than one character.
My first one today.
Who could Jennifer Garner be?
Now,
they're giving her a second chance. No way. She's tough.
She could maybe Jean Grey. She's got to be older now. Like, that's the thing, right? She don't.
Maybe
look
it's a timeline story where they're older.
No, fuck that.
Julie.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna say if that's the case, maybe Rogue.
Yeah. Ooh, I got pretty close on the X-Men team.
Yeah.
Don't shake his hand. He's gonna put a micro thing.
Don't shake anybody's hand in a bathroom. This is gross.
Ew.
It's kind of like what we said was gonna happen to that one kid with the hammer in last week's episode. It's so gross.
He looks like Raz. Lick him. Lick it.
Do it. Well, it just looks like bloody cum.
Goodbye, Frank.
Like it's like you just had a vasectomy and jerked off way too early.
Oh, you have to.
No,
Don't listen to them.
No, I'm going to tell you right here and now, I've had 2 vasectomies.
And you jerked off right after both of them, didn't you?
No.
In the car on the way home.
Terrified. I'd look down at my own penis and just say, I'm not even interested in you today, my friend. I was like, our relationship got different for a while.
Oh, I say that to my penis all the time. I'm like, buddy, I got to get fuck off. I don't have time for this shit.
I can't do it. I have to give it all the love I can,
All your hugs and kisses too. That's
hilarious.
Don't listen to him. Shoddy fucking casting couch interview.
Yeah.
And try and get you back to the place, and he's not even gonna want to bang you. That's the weirdest part.
So
he's gonna dress up like a giant shoe and like jump around the house or something. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? You're not even gonna try and rape me? Like, this is fucked up.
I'll rape you later. It's fine. I'm still me.
Yeah.
But when they were looking for directors for this, Adam McKay, because he was part of the writing team, that he was considered to be the director. David Wayne was thought, from
Damon Wayans?
No, David Wayne from Wet Hot American Summer and Role Models, and he basically directing most everything that.
I forgot about that one. I forgot about that 10 years later one. Is that still on Netflix? I haven't even seen it floating around there.
I think so.
Fuck, I forgot. I watched it like half an episode and then I freaking forgot about it.
It's good. I enjoyed it. But anyways, they were brought on, but then eventually Peyton Reed got it, and Peyton Reed, he directed Mr. Show with Bob and David. He directed the Weird Al Show.
He directed the Weird Al Show.
He directed The Breakup and Yes Man and Bring It On for some reason. So
sweet.
It's a weird.
Well, fuck, man. When they say throw some money to do a Bring It On movie, you bring it on. You bring it.
Yeah, exactly. So here's Michael Pena's first story, and these work out so well. It's nice and fast, and it's a funny sequence thing.
I really like that look that he gave when he walked in and was just about to say I want to tell me the tip that you heard. You could really see in his face that he was like, oh, this is killing me. But I need money to pay my kid.
Yeah. I get that. And I like that there's always kind of a reason to be bad in these things. And because obviously being a robber is not a good thing. And so I like the name of their baseball team is Third Strikers.
The Third Strikers.
I enjoy that a lot. But I get that, and again, it's the daddy thing, but it's you do anything for them. Of course, you're gonna go rob somebody for that shit. Would men have safe? Everybody do Russian accent.
How the fuck even was in there, for fuck's sakes? I have a feeling this is gonna be cheese as hell.
I know.
There.
I'm sorry. I use my phone. I have a feeling
this is gonna be, where. This heist is going to really lead to something here.
Probably not. Imagine it literally went, nope. Imagine it literally went nowhere. It was just we got some money, and then they go spend it, and they're like, oh, now I need some more.
Look at all these ants, man. Credits roll.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this fucking guy. He really looks like he should have been played by the Canadian guy. Skinny guy from Goon.
Oh, Jay Baruchel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't see that so much, but sure.
It's the hair.
He directed Goon, eh? Did you know that? Jay Baruchel directed Goon?
That's a good movie.
Yeah. I enjoyed Goon. I
liked it a lot myself, actually.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when I saw it, and I was like, oh, man, pretty good.
He really loves his waffles with whipped cream.
Why wouldn't you, man?
I'd only get the real whipped cream. I don't like that shit, that fake shit. You can actually go get where it says real whipped cream.
Yeah, you don't want oil-based whipped cream. We played, that Pie Face game?
What?
Pie Face. It's the board game thing where basically you
Do they play it on the Tonight Show?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a legit board game. You spin a thing and it says a number, and then you have to crank this thing a number of times, and then there's a little hand that's got whipped cream on it.
Right.
And it smashes into your face
if
you hit it too many times.
Okay.
But I bought whipped cream for the game, but I bought I just bought the cheapest shit. But the thing is, it's the oil-based stuff, and when it lands on you, it lands in one goop. It doesn't splat on you, so it just went, and then just slowly went down.
I like that.
Oh, it was so gross.
So what do these guys get paid for? Nothing?
They're all doing their own things.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, this guy's watching.
Well, and the one guy did electrical work, and the other guy actually did
soldering something.
They're all.
Well, he even said he's got an electrical major. So why does he even need them?
It's my favorite piece of foreshadowing in the entire movie that just happened right there. We'll get to it.
He is
when
a
it
thief.
happens. Yeah. Thieves work in teams, baby.
That little tank might come in handy.
I like too the amount of things that he knows and stuff like that. Like he's not just a thief; he was also like an engineer.
You said he was an electrician or something.
Electrical engineer or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, he's he's a smart dude who just got into some bad shit.
It's usually the way it goes,
man.
At least he didn't do any violent crimes, like he said. He's not violent. He didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, he just robbed some folk.
Yeah, fuck. Who didn't? We're all getting robbed every fucking day by the man.
He's MacGyver.
Whitey.
Oh, fucking Whitey.
Fucking bullshit. Oh, shit. Here we go. Learn this. This is something to learn, kids.
Yeah. Oh, I've done this.
Oh, I learned that from Mel Gibson and The Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah, I'm always.
What was the name of that movie? Conspiracy Theory?
Conspiracy Theory. Yeah, it was just called.
Well, I thought it was theories.
Not the gravy for the brain.
Oh, what do we got?
It's the only thing I remember from that movie.
Here.
Nice.
I'm sure it'd be that easy.
It'd be better if it didn't work, and he's just like, "Oh, I thought that would have worked."
Yes, that would have been a good scene, actually.
It's like, shit. I did way too much work for that to not happen.
What did he just do there exactly? It looked good. Whatever.
He used some joel stuff, I think it was glue, and yeah, he put a ring. He basically got the fingerprint, and then he used glue to make a mold of the fingerprint.
It's carbonate.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Han Solo's in there.
Oh no, let him out. So some interesting people, Adrian Brody, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Ewan McGregor were all considered for the role of Scott Lang.
Who was?
Adrian Brody, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Ewan McGregor. I refuse to believe that Simon Pegg wasn't up for this at one point when Edgar Wright was.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah, his name was probably thrown in there somewhere.
I almost feel like at that point he was a given. And then what happened was when Edgar Wright left, they started looking for their own guy, and then they got Rudd and McKay to write it, and then they're like, well, we'll get Rudd.
Right.
I like though, because
he knows his shit though. He brought this.
Oh, for sure.
This in his bag of tricks here.
I really like that. He he's a little derisive about this. Still, they talk about, they're like, God damn, you get to play a Marvel superhero. It's yeah, but it's Ant-Man. It's
it's still cool as
fuck.
Oh,
it's really cool, and it's such an interesting because I want to be a superhero that's different from everybody else, right? And his ability to go small, go big, and do all these different kind of things is really cool in the dynamic of what everybody's doing. Now, he hasn't gotten to really interact with that yet, except for the brief bit in Civil War. But when we get to see him fighting alongside Iron Man and Captain America,
that's
and all
pretty
these guys,
fucking cool.
It's gonna be really neat.
This guy fought Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't fuck all, brah. Couple of dusty old bins. Ooh, in a suit.
It's an old lady with a dry snatch.
Whose house is this? Why does he have the suit?
Mm-hmm. He's got that suit, though.
Better than cash, baby. I forgot all about this, too. I haven't seen this. I think I've only seen this one 5 times.
5 times? So naturally, it's all gone.
Exactly. He's a good-looking dude, too, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's all ripped out, too.
Yeah. The best quote from an interview for this.
I just pooped.
Ooh,
he's being watched.
Yeah.
Dirty old peeper ant.
Oh no! Imagine there were peeper ants.
They're always peeping.
Basically, they get their food by watching people masturbate. It
That's how you don't?
No, not yet. I'm working towards it.
Dolly.
Yeah, Paul Rudd told his son, when he was 9 years old at the time, he was going to be Ant-Man. His son said, wow, I can't wait to see how stupid that'll be.
How stupid that will be. Oh, he's probably not saying it now.
Yeah.
He just sees his dad with the Captain America and all this shit.
Yeah. Actually, you were just bringing up Paul Rudd's muscles, too, I guess. That well,
he's not jack ripped or anything. He's not huge, but he's kind of ripped.
But they did have to redo his suit when he came on, because when he got the role, his first thought was, I need to be superhero shape. So he got himself into shape, and then they came and they're like, oh, we weren't expecting you to be all muscly and stuff. We thought Paul Rudd was coming.
Right.
So they set it up accordingly. And
Well, that would have been good. Yeah, I was always saying like they should have one that's not friggin' jack ripped. Like,
well, that's why like Chris Pratt now is less so. Even like in
I wonder if that was in the script or if they added that there.
What do you mean?
Because some stuff like in the movie when he's like, "Hey, you look like you've gained weight and stuff."
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of that, I heard that a lot of it was improv'd by Chris Pratt and what's his name there, Trauma guy, the director, James Gunn. Or if it was written into the script that, hey, you've gained a couple and this line is in there.
Yeah.
I think they made it up.
Could do. The Ant-Man costume is actually a little more, I remember like seeing pictures of Ant-Man and comics and stuff like that. When a character I don't know comes to be, I do the tiniest little bit of research to at least figure out what they're all about.
So do I.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, how is this going to fit in with like a realistic universe type thing, right? And then, but it does. It looks good. Like,
yeah, a realistic universe.
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's like this has all been established, and this seems even kind of out there for that at the moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
no, seriously, yeah. No, I hear what you're saying when you're like Ant-Man, like the fuck, like, but then he's also Giant Man. He's got the quantum realm. He's smart as fuck. Like, he can also control ants. Like, that's cool as hell.
Whoa!
Holy shit!
This is, and like these scenes too. They made these look so cool.
Is that something that you have to learn so you don't fall? Like, can't you just shrink down? So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he shrunk like head and feet, to the middle, and then he fell.
Yeah.
Rather than just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question.
What the fuck? Like, what was that?
Look
at the size of that fucking tub, yo. They gotta clean that fucker.
That's you've actually kind of blown my mind with that question. But a lot of the times when he's changed it, like he'll shrink and then like land on a flying ant or something, or he'll change it as he's like jumping through something.
Right.
So it's like most times you want to be up there. So I guess that matters. That's this is kind of cool. Like
that's Buddy talking to him.
Mm-hmm. This would be a really cool Disney ride.
So he was waiting for somebody to steal the suit.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, well, no, you find out in a bit.
Well, because you sit there watching the thing. Yeah, well, all these cameras. He's just sitting in a room.
He's the one who commissioned him to steal the suit. It was basically his test, right?
Oh, they crashed the tile.
Yeah, but the but wouldn't this be a cool Disney ride though?
Whoa!
Imagine you like a 4D movie or something like that, or a thing where like you're on one of the flying ants and then like you're flying around and experiencing all these large things. I think that'd be really cool. So,
I like the whole he's small biz. I love it. We haven't seen it in such a long time too.
Since Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Exactly.
Only
they're like trapped in a yard, so it's kind of,
yeah.
It's lots of big grass, a couple of big ant, and a big bee.
Yeah.
So like, he's all over the damn place. There's so much you could do with this guy.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Have him crawl inside somebody while they're fighting. If he was there for Ultron, he could get small and go inside of him. And
you can being Giant Man too, like having both. And I know, I guess it's two different people in the comics.
No.
Oh, or like I don't know. I'd heard that it was like one guy, then it was another.
It might eventually split or something.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I'm all in for it because they used to have Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. I don't think they still do. I would love for them to update it.
So now that they just spent a shit ton of money on the new Star Wars, their new initiative must be, oh my God. He's on a break from the cafe with those girls with the boobs.
That was Garrett Morris. Anybody who doesn't know him, he was in the original cast of Saturday Night Live. The reason that he's in this movie is he actually he plays Ant-Man in a sketch on Saturday Night Live, and it's the first time ever that somebody portrayed Ant-Man.
Oh, really?
So that's why they hired him.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ant-Man's pretty neato.
Yeah. Well, I like the idea too. I also like to kind of put myself into what if I could do the things that they did? I was like, what would I do with that thing? Like, what would you, if you could shrink down and like, what would you do?
Ladies' room.
What, ladies' room? No,
Same thing if I was invisible. Same thing if I,
Oh my God. I think though.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. I think though that you might change your mind because you might get concerned about, like seeing gigantic vaginas. Like at that size,
dude.
At that size, it would look like the vagina was like 15 feet tall.
Yeah, probably look like Audrey too. Like, holy fuck, what is this? Feed me blood. Oh, Jesus. You got nothing going on in there.
Yeah. Then the blood's going to come out.
So how did he know to pick this guy?
He's been studying him.
He must have been studying other people too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure he has.
He's like, thank God you're the first one I studied, and you look all right.
Imagine.
You're all right.
Whew, yeah. I really did not want to waste like a couple of months trying to find somebody. And it's like,
I still can't get over that. They must be kicking themselves. They're like right near Wakanda. They're gonna find out where Wakanda is and be like, "Fuck, we were just down the beach fighting all these dudes." Wakanda. Like,
it'd be so awesome. Yeah. So this is him explaining that he's the man behind. That's a long game plan.
Yes,
though,
to get
is. Like a. Oh man!
I did like that little scene there. That was nice. I like that whole like small, big.
Mm-hmm. I know it's like, well, it's fun to see like those perspectives built up for you in film form, right? Like if you have, like it was the same way it was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids too, when you have the giant blades of grass and like these big things happen. Like something that would be so small as like somebody spilling a pop is like a flood, is like a flash flood to you.
The dams ripping open and dumping all over the city. Is it the same daughter in part 2? I think it is.
No, actually,
I think they did a pretty good job though.
Although I don't know, because like it's like a couple years have passed, like 3 years have passed, and that's a long time for a little girl.
Oh yeah.
So it could have been her, but I do know that for Endgame they're aging her up considerably. Like she's gonna be like an teen adult kind
of thing. God, is she gonna be a new superhero? Is she gonna be Miss Marvel or something?
No, actually, her character is a superhero though, called Stature.
What?
Who is another Ant-Man who grows big.
Really?
Yeah, that's in the comics. And I think what's happening is because of when we're gonna, they keep talking that you're gonna get into the whole time travel of it all. And
so his daughter is gonna have a role, man. There's even more characters in the friggin' next one. Holy shit!
Yeah, so I think what you're gonna find is they're gonna travel forward in time, which is why he's gonna have the older daughter, and then you're going to find out that she continued his work because she's aware that she's Ant-Man, so she knows how to deal with that, and probably got this suit.
Oh, I find it funny that he missed the first what's it called, because he was under house arrest. Mm-hmm. Like, he never stopped him in Civil War or anything. Like, they were, like, Jesus.
Well, he wasn't.
If you need a justification for why
he wasn't under house arrest until after Civil War.
Sorry, I meant for the events of the last one.
Oh yeah,
because he was in house arrest. But I could see how he wanted to take a break for a while because like he almost lost everything. He's got the daughter and.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he knows, like, because he was thrown into that like island jail, and he's like, "Well, I'll never see my family again if I fuck up." So, and again, we say this all the time, but I'm just so glad to see like an actor of Michael Douglas's stature being game for this.
Yes.
And not being too big to do the next one and like that sort of thing, right? Like, I'd like to see him have a small role in Endgame, and
I hear ya.
I feel like the credits for that movie are going to be so goddamn long.
Oh, for Endgame?
But and I'm talking before you get to the spell, like just the cast.
If they're paid twice, the credits start. They're like, this is essentially another movie, so you owe us half a cost of a ticket.
Yeah,
because there's 15 after the credit scenes.
Anybody who's paid with a credit card or Visa debit, it's already being withdrawn.
Yeah. We know you want it, so just.
Did you pay with PayPal? That's also being withdrawn.
Ooh.
Don't get stuck in that lady's hair. She's not hot enough for that.
Oh, yeah,
She's not like Boob Lady from the last movie.
Boob. Oh,
there was a Sokovia.
yeah,
Sokovia.
Right, that's neat. I never noticed that before.
Yeah. I did. When I watched this recently, I did notice that. But it was.
Where are we here? Was it San Francisco?
San Francisco, yeah. I really want to go to San Francisco.
Oh, man, me too.
But
Fuck.
not just because
now.
it's an awesome place and all that stuff, but also a lot of our listeners are from San Francisco. I would say like
San Francisco.
There you go, guys. So if you want us to come out, let us know. We'll come.
Oh, the closet. San Francisco's a good place for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi-yo.
Don't entirely get it, guys.
There's a lot of gays in San Fran.
You had that documentary.
Look at
about
that.
milk.
You wake up in a weird hotel room with Evangeline Lily texting near you.
Is this the Hotel Artemis?
Ooh, it looks like it.
Is Dave Bautista
could
as
be.
Drax?
What's her name's downstairs? Nell's on the fucking
Nell.
front desk.
It's
everywhere, man. I can't get out of bed.
Yeah. Well, these are bad ants.
Well, these look like big fuckers.
I looked these. I was looking up all these different ants that they were bringing up in this, and then there was one that's
Are these
not in
real?
this one.
Are these real ants?
Yeah, but there was one type of ant.
He's Ant-Man. Don't be biting him.
No, well, no, he's not Ant-Man yet.
Good. Whose pajamas are these? Good question.
That is a great question.
Oh fuck, buddy.
You do
You're supposed to get bit.
Yeah, that's how you become a superhero.
That's
You get
right.
bit by the thing. They're moving. It's fine. It wouldn't be worth it. I would just stay in bed.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
They're like,
It's like,
hey.
you really want me out here to say, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this a test? He's not supposed to step on any ants.
I don't know. No, I think they just didn't want him to get out of bed, but.
Oh, that's
he
his
knows what's going
daughter. Got your hearing aid in there, old man.
No, I'm here for your daughter, Chuck.
That's pretty good, actually. I know, right? What the fuck? If only, man. I could be in one of these. As long as I live at the end.
Yeah.
And all the people I care about somewhat live.
Somewhat.
Like, if you get sucked into a computer and I can still talk to you.
That'll work.
Because you're like buddy there.
Nothing will change in our relationship.
Exactly. What the hell?
My having a body has no fucking bearing on. If you can upload me to your phone, we can go wherever we want to go.
Oh, yeah.
From within the phone, I will plan your Disney trips for you.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. It's like a new app. It's free. We weren't going to Disney. We are now.
It's called Joggle. I am the internet.
Joggle. That sounds like some disgusting. It's like your booth at the gathering of the Juggalos, and you jingle girls' boobs around. Joggling.
I have a phone call to make.
Like
I have to quit my current
new
job.
career is.
Do you know what though? I legitimately believe that I could probably make some money just doing that if I set one up.
Yes, of course.
Oh man!
As long as you had credentials proving that you were a professional boob jiggler, because they are sticklers for the rules at these gatherings.
There's no circumstances where anybody will be double checking anything that I say there.
Would you want these dirty old ants touching on your sugar cubes?
Hey man, I know that they have high hopes, right? So I'll let them try. And
see, that is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that is and again, because I was really worried that was what is that like being Ant-Man? Does it make you telepathic or some shit like that? I'm like, I don't want that in this.
It's technology,
universe, but no, it's all technology.
Yeah, cool. Fuck, man. Well, you don't like talking to fish?
I don't like talking to fish.
Deal if you really could magically speak to ants. That's cool.
I don't.
That's his only power.
Mm-hmm.
I dig the whole giant man thing and how they took a while to, and it taxes him.
Yeah,
he's like, whoa, that took a lot out of me.
Because his body metabolism has to change so freaking drastically. Would I do a dirty porn room? That would be amazing.
This is the room where I watch Wipeout. I fucking love Wipeout.
Oh man, I was saying I've been watching the Titan games, right? And I was like, what if the next season?
You have nothing to watch.
What?
Nothing to watch. Have you watched everything?
Why
the fuck are you watching the Titan games?
Just check it out, right?
Hey, you said you were watching some game too about Christian, and he was fighting medieval or something.
Oh, dude. Anybody who's not watching Night Fights on History is sorely fucking mistaken.
He's getting work. That's good.
There's a yeah, it's basically anybody who hasn't seen it online. I've seen it before, where it's basically if you just like YouTube Knights MMA, it's like literally you're dressed up full on like a knight. You have a sword or an axe or whatever. It's dulled, so you can't like dismember, and then you'll have a shield.
You can maim,
but you can do literally like you just fight and fight and fight. And I've seen people like I saw a guy get a guy down on the ground one time and then use his shield to bash in the other guy's helmet, and I was like, oh god! But now it's a legit show. Where you
before they were killing each other.
But they do it like kind of like
there's referee stoppage.
Yeah, not really, but they no, they have.
Oh hell no!
It plays out more like Forged in Fire now, where like there's several rounds and there's eliminations. So the first round it's like 7 or 8 guys just all free for all fighting, and then they pick the best 4 guys out of that, like who
like a LARP, like a good LARP.
Yeah, well, it's not like a good LARP. It is hardcore. But
you haven't been to a good LARP then, because that is as hardcore as it gets.
Lightning bolt. But no, but the they pick out the 4 guys who fought the best and did the most damage, whatever, and then they make them team up. So then it's 2-on-2, and then whichever team wins, those guys go 1-on-1 for one last.
One last score,
and then the winner moves on to like wins like 10 grand and moves on to the finals.
Ooh, 10 grand. That's right, not even the.
Yeah.
What's the end? 50?
I don't.
50 G's.
$1 billion. It's the first time ever.
Hope you don't catch him.
I love it.
Her daughter knows. The daughter knows.
That's what I like about her, and I like that in Ant-Man and the Wasp too. The beginning of that one, when it's like them doing like their heist inside the house with the giant cardboard fort.
Yeah, I did. I like that.
His life is exactly what my life would be if I was under house arrest or stuck inside for any amount of time.
You got to be house arrested with a kid though, because it's fun then.
Oh God, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like building forts, and it's like they make things fun.
No, Todd. If you were house arrested and I came to your house, do you think life would be any different than if it was with a kid?
No. I think it would be way better. There'd be way more personal injury.
Let's do it.
Oh, buddy, that's like fucking mean as fuck.
His ears are so big though.
Oh, not the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that guy's in a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
I don't know. I didn't write his name down. Hello.
Having a glass sale?
What's that? Yeah, sort of. We've Todd's pointing out I've got about like 24 glasses and mugs and that on my floor.
It looks like the scene in Indiana Jones where you have to pick the Holy Grail.
Yeah, we're cleaning. We had like our cupboards were overflowing and we're getting rid of some stuff. And my cousin's moving, so we're giving him a bunch of glassware.
That's nice.
We're pretty nice people on occasion.
Well,
so, but realistically, whatever.
Oh. This is not some cute technology like the Iron Man suit.
I know.
Ooh. They're getting a lot of scientists. Okay, well, no, he's actually not a scientist in this one. He's just...
Who?
Pym.
Pym's a scientist.
Well, no, sorry. Pym, not Pym Jr. I think in the
Scott
comics
Lang.
it was his son, Scott Lang.
Yeah, no, it's Scott. It's
Scott
Lang.
Lang. Yeah, sorry,
It's the same guy. It's like he's not a different dude.
So what did people? I guess they wanted like a Captain America 1 where it starts with him, and then he has his rumble and his story, and then it goes to the. I think they did a nice bridging the.
I don't know. I think it's just like the kind of thing where like if you're doing a Spider-Man movie, you're like, oh, I want Peter Parker. I don't want Miles Morales type thing.
Oh, now everybody wants Miles Morales.
Well, now that you've gotten a billion Peter Parkers, but I'm talking like if you went back to like the first like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Right.
Whoa.
Ooh, yeah, he's acting in this movie. And she's really shocked that he's acting in this movie.
She's like, whoa, he's actually giving her. I thought he was going to phone this in. He's Michael Douglas.
Son of a bitch.
He just outacted me. Mm-hmm. He snuck that one out there too. No!
I'm kind of
like, whoa.
Yeah, that was good.
I didn't know we were going there. I'm down here. Suddenly, boom, you're like.
Yeah, it's like, are you feeling awkward? I feel awkward, and it's a movie. But
she's fine with it.
No, she's not. She's not going to be good. She's not all right.
She's not going to be good.
Everything just went south.
Oh, fuck, Pym. You better do something here. Or Lang.
He's so upset though.
Oh yeah, she held it together good in there, but around the corner she breaks down.
What's your favorite Michael Douglas movie?
Falling Down.
Falling Down, yeah, I really like Falling Down too.
The sequel?
Yes.
Where he falls down again?
Falling down harder.
Falling down even harder.
I don't know.
I really like. Get up. Oh wait, yes again.
I don't know. I really like Romancing the Stone.
Those are very good. Oh yeah, Fatal Attraction is such a fucking good movie.
I like
Gecko's
Basic
good.
Instinct, but
Basic
I don't even
good.
believe he's in it.
Oh God, I don't know.
I was
I
like,
heard he was.
to me, it's a spread pussy and then a makeout session with Gene Triplehorn. That's what that movie is.
End of film.
Did you ever watch Behind the Candelabra?
No.
Really, really good in it. He was. Like,
What, Behind the Candelabra?
he played Liberace.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it was like a TV one.
HBO, yeah.
Well, I don't know if HBO's TV.
It's not
these days,
TV,
but
it's
yeah,
HBO.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just won the Golden Globe for the Kaminsky Method, which is a
It's on
comedy.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's a Netflix comedy with Alan Alda, not Alan Alda.
Man, they got a whole. They got the
Alan
market on that.
yeah,
They got Grace and Frankie. They got the Kaminsky Method.
Yeah.
They got the comedian one with Chevy Chase, and like it's all these like we're old but we're living it.
they have all these. Yeah, they have all these old people shows, and not a single old person can get on Netflix.
I know,
don't
what the
understand.
hell?
But they're still popular, so I guess it works. But I guess it's probably everybody else is like me.
Oh,
who,
he almost said the
Yeah.
symbiote.
I know, because I set up Netflix for my mom, and it's like, now all you have to do is press this button, and you have a Netflix.
Have a
Yeah,
Netflix.
that's how it is.
I have fucking Netflix on my ass. And there is a monthly fee, let me tell you,
I will tell
buddy.
you that much. Hello. Hey, right? What other things?
Here we go.
I love how annoyed she is by it. Because like,
She's in love with it. This is always how it goes.
but I like it because she wants to be Ant-Man.
Ah,
And that's the big thing. She's like, I know how to do this already. I am trained. I'm ready. I could have already achieved this. But like, as Michael Douglas reveals later, like being Ant-Man has had a gigantic toll on his like body and mind that he doesn't want to fuck her over. by
she
doing it.
has an attitude problem.
I know. And a nice ass. I said that. I made a comment that I actually regretted. Like,
What?
If I
I do it all day long.
usually when I say something to Carrie about like another woman or something like that, it's
there
always
we go.
fine. She knows where I'm at. But but then we were talking about that the Rent Live musical. And then I just mentioned how I like Vanessa Hudgens in it. She's like, yeah, I didn't think she, and she's like, yeah, I didn't think she was good as what's her face, Idina Menzel, in the same role. I'm like, yeah, maybe I was just overtaken by how nice her ass was.
See, it's no good for you. It's good for other people, though. That's what counts.
It was good.
Sometimes you got to take one for the team, bro.
She wasn't mad at me.
I never make comments like that.
Oh no,
Ever.
you should get into it.
I
It's the
know I
best.
should, but it's a slippery slope because then she's going to start making comments and be, what the fuck? Although she
Nah, you
did make
gotta-
a comment the other day about like watching Fireman or something. And I was like, you know what? You go right ahead.
Yeah, they
The
save
moment you go
lives.
watch the Fireman,
Yeah,
you're going to go watch some broads.
we'll watch some Fire Broads,
Fucking right.
Some
Go to the
fire
old
dames.
Fire Lady Station.
Pew.
Equal rights, bro.
right? No, I have no issues with any of that stuff. I don't have jealousy.
Oh, I'm jealous as fuck.
I used to be. I think I just got over it.
No, I
wanted
think
this
that
thing-
is something. Well, eventually over time, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, little cuties.
That's awesome. Him growing underground like that. I like that. I like to see him.
He tried to just knee your
Oh.
face in.
Oh yeah, I like to see him in this kind of role though, because you've never had an opportunity to see him as like an action star.
It's good. He suits it. He's good.
Yeah, I think
He's just a good actor.
yeah, the closest would have been Anchorman, the big like the
Big
newscaster
news fight.
scene.
Whoa.
Yeah, those guys are.
Woo.
Oh, what was the type of?
Oh,
there's-
fuck.
Yeah, I can't remember the type of antha that I looked up, but there's one like honest to God, like they were
It's
like,
huge.
They were so
Yeah, those
big. They were like
fuckers.
they were like 3 or 4 inches long, and they were like capable. Oh, it showed
Whoa, that looked like Star Wars looking at the
Yeah.
friggin'
the Death Star
Yeah.
plans. Yeah, totally. Which actually, there's another Star Wars tie-in that happens in a little bit. We will get to it.
those ants look nice, eh? They like the wings there were neat looking in the light with all the purples and the
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony's so cute.
Well, he likes puns. It's great. So this movie had $130 million budget. It opened number 1. It was like Minions, Trainwreck, Inside Out, Jurassic World, Terminator Genesis, Magic Mike XXL were out at the time. Stayed number 1.
There's the shot. There you go.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah. I know, eh? It stayed number 1 when Pixels and Southpaw and Paper Towns came out. But then Mission Impossible Rogue Nation came out when it was week 3 and it knocked it down.
Smart, Tom.
It's actually the second lowest grossing domestic movie that we've done so far. It made 180.2 million.
Ah.
So it's under Thor, which did 181.
They did a good job with 130 million, man.
Yeah. And it still made money. And then worldwide, it made 519.3 million. So this actually did real business overseas.
Most of them do. It's funny when you hear that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Some movies really resonate over there.
Yeah.
Like Aquaman was huge in China. This one was big overseas.
Yeah. And
what else was that movie that made all of its money in China pretty much? And it was like a flop here.
Triple X.
Yeah, it might have been true. Yeah, there's like another one coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck, bro. Like,
because I think they've now realized that it's like, I honestly think they should just keep it from people that they're making them, like in the States. And then just like you find out that it came out.
It's out.
Like that it's out and it like, cause it came out overseas. And then if you're so inclined to watch it later, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Why not just make a movie for over there if it's big over there, right?
Yeah. That's why you don't do that, bitch.
What was happening there?
She was controlling the ants to make everything too dark.
Whoa.
Oh, she's so saucy.
I know. She's all jealous, mad, because she's like, Daddy, we're not going to go with this guy. She's got a
doesn't
plan, lady. You
understand.
come in the sequel.
I know.
Fuck.
Oh, you'll come
The
in the
way
sequel.
cooler. So you got to tell him. Yeah, I know you're not satisfied this time, baby, but the next time, it's a sequel. You got to go big or go home. You'll come then, baby.
It's going to be great.
Come on.
So great.
Don't put your shirt. Where you going? Fuck.
So I guess for the Hank Pym role, they looked at Sean Bean, Pierce Brosnan, and Gary Oldman as characters. I think they 100% got the right guy for
I
this.
believe as well. I think they do a pretty damn good job with the casting in these ones here.
Yeah. Gary Oldman, I think, is being too overused right now. So I think that would have been a bad move.
There read a thing that was like totally true. That was like Gary Oldman has like never been in a movie that's like worthy of him.
That's probably true.
Like he's never. If you go through his whole thing, it's like, oh, he was good in the movie, but the movie's like meh. Or like the movie sucks and he was good. There's never like that movie with him in it was like fucking A.
Although the Harry Potter movies, but
Dracula, but I like Dracula, like the only one.
See, I felt I used to love Dracula, and then I rewatched it, and I'm like, what is
Pretty
this?
sloppy, huh?
It's really sloppy, and it's Francis Ford Coppola's filmmaking techniques compared to his other friends are weak. I think that something during Apocalypse Now broke him, because like you watch his work in Outsiders, you watch his work in Dracula, and it's so different. It's so like I don't know what it is. It's these like cheap little moves and stuff like that. And then he basically gave up on Hollywood when he's like, oh, all you guys want are these like big, like epic things. And he's like, I'm done with this. And I was like, I just don't think you knew how to make them.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So it was like, but I think that, I don't know if it's just the process of making that movie.
Apocalypse Now ruined a lot of people, apparently.
Yeah. But
the movie was fucked.
I know, but I feel like the process of making that just ruined. Like he started second guessing his decision making or something, because
Probably Marlon Brando that did it.
Brando fucked.
He's always got to work with Brando. Brando's just fucked.
I know,
just ruin everything. And then you got to make it work the whole thing around.
Yeah,
Marlon Brando's insanity. So he did Outsiders after. Oh yeah, obviously he must have, because that had like Tom Cruise and like all those fucking studs.
Oh man, that movie was called 14-Year-Old Girls Masturbate to This. But
you better believe it's the truth.
And it's like the same thing in Dracula. It's like there's stuff I really like. Like I do really like the story of Dracula. I do like
Dracula, blah blah,
and I do like Gary Oldman's performance, and I do like
Keanu Reeves's.
Oh yeah, no, but that's where they lose me. I'm like, Keanu Reeves and friggin' Winona Ryder are garbage in that movie.
I thought they're right.
Like,
but I'm gonna have to watch it again and be ruined like you ruined Caddyshack.
Sorry.
I'm sure that if I never would have watched the movie again. I only watched it because, and I'm pretty positive that if I had watched it with it, I probably would have thought the same thing. I'd probably been like, "What the fuck?" Like,
and it's like I had an argument with somebody where I just basically said it's not a well-made movie, and the guy lost it on me.
It's not actually.
He's like, it's a classic, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm not saying
well, it shouldn't be,
but I'm also saying I'm not saying you can't like it. There's reasons that you like and don't like movies. I like a lot of movies that are garbage. And I know they're garbage, and I can accept they're garbage, but I'm fully aware of, while I'm watching a movie, whether or not it's like well done and stuff like that. Harold Ramis knew Caddyshack wasn't a good movie, and he directed it.
Yes.
So like, boom, I automatically win. But oh no.
This is why he doesn't want his daughter doing it.
No shit.
He's gonna lose another wasp lady.
Yeah. Well, what was interesting too is because they kept it open who Janet Van Dyne was, right? I guess he wanted this is a good scene between them too, because like it's that like revelation.
It's like she's never heard this story before.
She literally has never heard the story before.
Oh.
He lied to her. He said she died in a plane crash.
Oh fuck.
So
I'm like, why is she? It's like she's heard. I was like, yeah, she's heard this a million times. And she always acts the same way.
Yeah, no, she knew he was lying about how she died, but she never knew what happened. And then basically now she knows. But yeah,
whoa,
so apparently
poor Ant Woman.
It was Michael Douglas's hope that Catherine Zeta-Jones would get the role. And as we know, she did not. Michelle
she
Pfeiffer
didn't
got the role.
Oh.
But I kind of wonder how he felt about that. I was kind of like, I felt like he thought he'd be able to use his
his Hollywood clout.
Yeah, use a little bit of his
he
clout.
wanted her to be
he wanted Catherine Zeta-Jones to be his wife.
Oh,
so when the sequel came out, then she would be in that
in the movie.
But that didn't happen. So, but I always wondered if that upset him or maybe like hurt any chances of him being in another one or anything like that. But
he's a pro.
He's a pro.
He probably was like, hey, why don't we put my old lady in her now? Okay, whatever. Fuck, I don't see me in it. It's cool.
She'll get another job. It's
no,
fine.
he's forced to ask. Forced to ask.
You do that thing.
Say no.
You do that thing like when you're on the phone with somebody. Okay, I'll ask. Hey, is it okay if I go? No, that's not okay.
Just shake the head.
I like water.
Some of that.
Did you ever see those things that they made? Somebody made these plastic. That's cool. I don't know. It's like these like thin plastic membrane things that are supposed to be like the new like container for water bottles and stuff. Where essentially like you bite into it and suck it out.
It's weird looking.
It's weird, but my biggest concern is like, can you put it in your backpack and it not bust open? Like,
it's like that
if
bladder from Seinfeld, man. Put it in the bladder.
Put it in the bladder.
Always cold up
I
there.
was sitting weird on my foot.
I know my back's like, I'm sitting for too long. My back is like, my back.
Oh, this is great. This is a great moment.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
It's
been a while. We need some man action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Howard Stark's old.
Yeah.
As they were buds back then. He dug Stark.
Yeah, well,
he was a little bit of an amateur, but you know.
Well, they all worked together in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Fucking amateur hour over here.
Yeah. I don't know. He reminds me a little bit of like maybe like a Nikola Tesla kind of thing, where he's like, I invented cooler things, but other people stole my ideas and were named greater men.
Hey,
oh, this is so cool.
Hey, it's the new.
It's kind of interesting too, because then it lets you know how they got that land and stuff like that to make Avengers, and that it was always Stark's land, and so he just gave it to the Avengers.
Why were they just freaking?
What?
They didn't. They just figured out right now that like this is the new Avengers headquarters.
Yeah, they were. He was like, oh, it's
because it was Stark building before. Now they're like, oh fuck, like sweet.
Yeah,
forgot about this.
So this came about when Paul Rudd and Adam McKay went and saw Winter Soldier while they were writing this, and then they really liked him, and then they talked to the powers that be, like, is there a way we can tie this together? You know, which probably which probably really helped them. Yeah, it was a nice way to tie these together a little bit, right?
He kind of laughs at him, eh?
Yeah.
He's way cooler than you, Falcon.
Yeah. I like. I love he's just so honest. I always wonder who he's talking about at the time, because essentially what is said to have happened is that basically like everybody else is off doing something else and he's the only one here.
Oh, he saw him.
Yeah. Well, he's
good. He's a falcon. He's good at locating prey.
He's got his Google goggles.
He's like super tiny.
Mm-hmm. Well, his goggles have like sensors.
I completely forgot about this scene.
Mm-hmm. Not me. I love it.
I'm so sorry about this.
Oh. I thought he just told him to fuck off there. I know he didn't, but it's just like that would have been hilarious. Uh-oh. We're going, boo.
Whoa.
He's doing the moves. See, she's into him. She wants his dick.
Oh, yeah. Once she sees the moves in action, once you see your man in action, woo! Well, not yet, but you know.
That would be a funny joke, because you know how they have those little discs that make things smaller or bigger in the movies? He's like, throw this on it, it'll make it bigger.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It'd be funny if he went into the bathroom and all of a sudden you just hear him yell out and he's like, I dropped the blue disc, and it like landed, like you say, like it landed on his dick.
You have to have like a window shot where like some of the testicle meat smashes through the window, you know? Because it's just huge. The whole thing's just fucking beast.
So it kind of looks like in when the zipper, when the balls are coming through the zipper in Something About Mary.
Oh, he's like, you seem like a really great guy.
I know. It's like, it's just 100% Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is Ant-Man, not Scott Lang.
Yeah. I agree.
So nice.
I agree with that. But you just got fucked up, buddy.
Yeah.
You laughing now, Falcon, or what?
Yeah. You're formidable.
Totally forgot that. That was awesome.
Yeah, hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. Did he?
He got it,
he
though.
Didn't jeopardize everything. Do you know that we don't know that? Oh, clink.
Oh, yeah.
I love when everything's all tiny in this. I'm like, what is it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, I love, I was watching a thing today on Facebook. It was a video of, which by the way, I still don't support Facebook. They're still getting worse and worse, and I'm still thinking about leaving it.
Why?
But, well, because they've
Facebook
basically
sucks.
I know. Well, they basically said we're not like, we're not like promoting like those fake videos and like propaganda videos and stuff like that. And then some buddy created like a transparency app that basically would expose those videos,
right,
and stuff, and they found tons of them on
the
Facebook.
whole thing. Well, they found it like there was no. I just remember that ad that came on.
Yeah.
And it was like, we here at Facebook care about your safety and your concerns. And it was like just after a major breach. And then you found out afterward that Zuckerberg like okayed it to happen.
Oh,
like,
of course.
That dude's like super evil.
I know. But then the thing was, they basically uncovered that they're like, oh, you're still airing tons of these like fake video things and whatever that you said that you promised you weren't airing anymore, or that you weren't allowing anymore. And then instead of going, oh, we weren't aware and we're going to fix it, they basically put stuff in to disable that guy's transparency app so that they can't like uncover them anymore.
Right.
It's like so dirtbag.
That's why I'm telling you, I want to leave very well. I have I think a year and a half left on my phone.
Yeah.
When that is done, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to like a flip phone.
Oh,
I'm tired of this bullshit. I never liked having it. It sucks. I'm paying way too much money for data on a phone that I never use.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
I use it, so.
Fuck that.
I just don't need to use it on Facebook. But anyways, I was watching this video and it's like Disney uncovered a new way to make like props and stuff. Like basically they use like this mold stuff and paint, and they do it on like this flat like cellophane thing, and then they put it over a vacuum mold and it just blows it up to the exact shape and all the paint. Like it's like, I'll see if I can find it.
It's
again
like
later.
a pop-up book.
Like a pop-up book. It's kind of like instant 3D printing. because like literally
Neat.
it showed like a flat, like almost blueprint look of it was like all brown, and then it had like a beigey thing in the middle. You could tell it was kind of supposed to be like a tree stump, and then he puts it on the thing and they hit a button, it just goes thump, and it's a perfect tree stump in 1 second.
Neat.
And they were
That would be good for traveling if you gotta bring stuff to the set.
Well, that's the
Instead
whole
of building it in there, you can shrink it down. This is Ant-Man shit right here.
Yep. Well, yeah, you literally are just transporting flat paper.
Yeah.
Right? And then you just bring it all there. But then the nice thing too is it's all nice and lightweight and it's easy to reproduce, and it's
recyclable.
Probably is, yeah.
It's all paper anyway, it's all fucking cardboard.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I'll see if I can find that after, but it was really I can't remember what it was called, the thing, but yeah, Disney came up with it, and it's going to be a pretty revolutionary thing as far as...
Neat, I'm gonna look that up actually. That sounds really fucking cool. It's not often when you hear about like major developments and like, you know what I mean? Usually unless it's a computer.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those things you're gonna find out, oh yeah, they've been doing this for like 17 years.
Yeah.
This is not...
It's nothing.
I'm just watching an old video.
You can never tell. Those 80s VHS like safety videos look just like a Hollywood blockbuster now.
Oh, absolutely.
Are those CG wrinkles?
No,
They bring them on set. Is that a character? Did he work that into the character?
That was a character choice.
Yeah.
That was just the aging process of trying to explain to people that eating pussy gave him throat cancer.
Eating mad pussy.
I honestly feel like he sat with he's got throat cancer and he's like, I don't know, I don't want to come off as seeming weak to my fans and stuff like that. So you did it eating fucking pussy. Thanks, PR legend Andrew Dice Clay.
That is what they like.
Yeah.
Kind of what they. That's kind of how they sold it, wasn't it?
Pretty much. That would be amazing. Why don't you just go tell everybody you were eating some snatch? Oh, hey.
Some dirty snatch, hey. Actually, I've been married with Mo for 20 years. Okay, just snatch then, hey.
Yeah, regular snatch.
So, like, what are you trying to say, that Catherine Zeta-Jones's pussy gives you your insides cancer?
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I saw Entrapment and everything changed.
Ooh, I'm getting trapped up in that. I haven't seen her in forever.
She's done a lot of like random things. She was in that I don't know the name of it.
I feel like she's really given up her career for this old
She hasn't though. Like she was just up for an Emmy for I can't remember the name of the show, but it was like Susan Sarandon and Jessica Lange were in it or something like that. It was like that.
Oh,
it was like
I gotcha. Yes.
The rivalries.
Yes.
I can't remember the.
I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
But
yeah.
she was a pretty big part in that and stuff like that. Like she's not disappeared. She's just not in Ocean's 11 anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, well, she was never in Ocean's 11. That was Ocean's 12. But that's neither here nor there.
Gypsies.
I want this guy to be my friend because he's just so impressed by everything. Don't freak out. I love how tacky his house is.
Is that Pim's or is that?
Yeah, it's Pim's. Like it looks like it would be, like it almost looks like it's the Addams Family. Actually, you know what? It looks like it's Guillermo del Toro's house. It's just missing like
fucking fish tanks.
Yeah, it's just missing Doug Jones in a fish tank.
Exactly. Good old Dougie Jones.
Dougie Jones, enjoy your fish tank. But I work on just Star Trek now. No, get in your tank.
Did they change it all around?
Let's change what?
The Star Trek show, because I remember I started watching it, and it was about like this Klingon war, and the Klingons look weird, and then like 4 episodes later they like rebooted it, and then I think it was rebooted again.
I couldn't tell you.
Because there was like a new captain, and I don't know, you know.
Well, I know they brought in another person to be a I think because like the one person signed on, and they thought it was gonna be canceled or something like that. But...
They were counting on it.
Because who was it? It was some Isaac.
There was something they said on like Kimmy Schmidt where he's like, "Oh yeah, he just got hired by Stars. It's pre-canceled or something, right? It's like it comes out canceled."
That's really funny.
Yeah,
I like that. Oh, speaking of that, I wanted to.
Oh, I better look at your daughter.
Yeah.
Before it's too late here, bud.
I tell you, it affects
me.
me.
Pull out the heartstrings there. Oh, yeah, of all the Marvel dorks.
I feel like such a weak loser when that kind of shit happens to me. No, really, though. Like, I sit there and I'll be watching something that wouldn't have, like, remotely affected me before I had a child. And now I see it, I'm like... and I'm like, what has happened? I'm like, not that much has changed.
That's not what makes you a weak...
Yeah, it is.
A weakling. It was when that guy at the mall was like, hey, and you pissed yourself.
Oh, yeah, but I was terrified.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't, yeah.
You don't understand. I was fucking terrified.
I thought you were a youth. I can't deal with that. I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if we've talked about it before. There is a movie about the life of Dolomite.
Oh my God.
Well, specifically Rudy Ray Moore.
Oh my God.
Eddie Murphy's playing Rudy Ray Moore.
What?
Keegan-Michael Key's in it. Wesley Snipes is in it. Craig Robinson, Chris Rock, Titus Burgess, T.I.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah, Titus Burgess.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why, because you mentioned Kimmy Schmidt, and I'm like, Titus Burgess is in something that Todd will want to know about.
And Eddie Murphy's the lead in this movie?
Eddie
Is
Murphy's
he's back?
I
or
guess.
what?
I guess. I don't know how big this is going to be. T.I., Mike
Well,
Epps.
look who's in it.
Yeah. Ooh, that girl's got big boobs, so that's going to be all right.
Hey, who is that? Wait, go
I
ahead.
don't know. She's fucking nobody.
Oh, I thought that was a girl that asked me to be friends on whatever.
Oh, that would have been nice.
That's shitty Facebook.
That's shitty Facebook.
It is shitty. It's the fucking devil, man. So it's Fortnite. Fortnite can suck it.
You have mentioned that way too many times.
Fuck, man. It is. It's a growing plague. It's the devil. People needs to be hearing about this. This is like when you're like, Mom, what about Freddy? And she's like, I don't know. Eat your fucking eggs. Like, why are you crying blood suddenly, Mom?
Are you saying that you killed Fortnite with a bunch of your friends because it was a pedophile?
Yes.
Wow.
And now it's back, and it's taking the souls of our children.
Son of a bitch. But instead of getting people during their dreams, it's getting people during time that they should have been sleeping.
That's right.
Go to bed.
That is absolutely
God,
correct.
Remember when we were that?
Oh, that's a neat idea.
What, the
Oh,
raft
you know,
of ants?
that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember when there was a big flood? They found huge. I wonder what happened to them. They should have been watching those guys 24/7.
Yeah.
But it was these style of ants, and they were in huge sections, all stuck together.
Yeah. That
to
is so
survive
cool.
the flood. And it said they could go like 30-something days
That's awesome.
because they keep switching to the top. Like you'll be the bottom for a while, and then it's like a real relationship. There's no top and bottom.
I was
There's
just
no
gonna
roles.
I was just going to say, yeah, sometimes I'm a bottom, sometimes I'm a
Exactly.
top. I get it.
Oh, look at these guys. See, every same thing, man. When everybody was like, fucking Aquaman, this is so lame, he's lame. And then they saw the movie and they're like, fucking guy kicks ass. Just like this movie. You think it's stupid when they say he controls ants. That's stupid. And then you see this, you're like, that's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's a nice sink, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Uh-oh.
Whoever cleans this bathroom is doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, I know. It looks
Hell of a
spotless.
job. I wonder what these ants feel like about being manipulated. That should be the bad guy in part 3. A real ant-man. Who's like, you are controlling the ants without their consent.
Oh, yeah.
They're dying.
Yeah.
You're a fucking monster.
That would be amazing.
I think we got the script for part 3 here, bruh.
Yeah, I'm on top of it.
It could be an animal rights activist who makes their own suit. Because they always have to have the fucking same gear, like all Iron Man's bad guys.
Oh, I was just thinking it was actual ants that had been mutated into kind of a humanoid form.
Yes.
But now you have like a fire ant and you have all these guys so they can like spit like
so you can have
noxious
toys.
Yeah, of course. Did you hear about all the toys they wanted when they were making Superman Returns? They kept like suggesting all these like things because they wanted like toys. They were like, oh, they need to fight like he needs to fight like a giant polar bear, so they can have like a polar bear toy. John Peters, who was the producer when Kevin Smith was still writing, he wanted somewhere for them to be a gigantic spider. And why? And he's like, why? Like, and he's spider. He's like, trust me, man, spiders. And like, he was like, literally, he was a guy that I've told this story before, but he did that thing where he's like, you and I are gonna get Superman right. You know why? Because we know the streets. And then he's like, and then Kevin Smith's like, I
know the streets.
And Kevin Smith's like, this guy probably knows the streets because he came from like, gritty New York and stuff. He's like, I don't know the streets. He's like, I'm from the fucking suburbs. And he's like, and like, remove that. what does Superman have to do with the streets?
Exactly.
But
this is like what we talk about all the time, where you got a room of dudes who have no fucking clue what they're doing, yet they feel that they know what is right.
Well, because it's like, well, I'm in this position, so I must know everything.
Yeah, like come on, how do I not know?
But the so we just saw that tank keychain again. I love that shit. But the sorry, I just was
Oh, she
noticing.
works for Buddy. It's a setup job.
Well, it's Pym Industry, so she's always worked there before it was him.
Buddy took it over.
But what was I saying with the I was trying to reboot. Shit, I lost it.
Wait a minute.
What?
We were talking about something there.
I know, and I'm trying to. I lost it.
Fuck. It was. Was it that they were gonna gender swap?
No.
And make.
I already tell you it wasn't.
Ant-Man and Ant-Woman?
No.
Ant-Woman?
No, it definitely wasn't that.
And Wasp guy?
Wasp dude.
Yes.
Wasp bro. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Ooh, Wasp bro sounds pretty good, actually.
It'll come up naturally, or it won't.
Like
more
Wasp
like.
Is that Jason Priestley?
No. More likely what'll happen.
What's that guy with the bleeding nose?
Yeah, when I'm editing this, I'll hear the point I was trying to make and go, oh man, it would have been really nice if I would have finished that point because it would have been good.
Yeah. Wait a second, we were on something there.
Yeah, no, I know. Wow. Like literally I was like, man, I was on something, I forgot. And then while I was saying that, you're like, hey, wait a minute, we were on something. And then since then you've done it again.
Double. It's like Inception.
It sort of
is. It's like a double whammy.
Except it's like forgetting Inception. So
That's
it's like you don't need a kick because you won't remember anyways.
I think it had something to do with Hank Pym.
I don't know. Knowing us, it had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
movie.
Exactly. Oh, good old Anthony. What's the idea here again? What's he doing?
He's got to. He's basically trying to destroy the suit and all the and all the information that will. All the information that will like let him rebuild the suit. Pew pew pew.
Fry the servers, baby. Oh, there she goes. I get right in there.
Shut up.
This should be like a series where Ant-Man goes inside things. What would you like to see Ant-Man go inside of?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be a fun webisode thing you could do for like a promotion for one of the movies or something like that. He's like, hi, I'm Ant-Man, and today I'm going to go inside blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, could that be the first one?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they blow shit up in that microwave.
Oh, shit. Or the Will It Blend.
That's it right there, Will It Blend.
Will It Blend.
They buy something brand new, and you're like, oh, God, these people must have money. I saw them like blend the Switch when it first came out. I was like, what are you doing? Like, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah. Will this thing blend a brick? Yeah, well, why?
That's an intense blender.
Yeah. It might be too much. Because sometimes I just want crushed ice. And I feel like it'll just turn it back into water. That's not what I wanted. If I wanted water, I would have got water.
I would ask for water.
Yeah. I would have got water the old-fashioned way. Just put some ice in a glass and wait for it to melt. All I have is
the
ice.
Arctic and get some ice.
We're Canadian. There's only ice.
You know, they're like totally worried because like everything's melting, which is a big thing too.
Yeah.
But they're saying that they're worried that, that's a neat idea. They're worried that or they know that in like Antarctic, there is apparently like disease resistant to everything, but it's been like frozen. Mm-hmm. So now it's like going to be unthawed, and we're going to get some fucking crazy possible ant. We could be these Ant-Men.
Yes,
this could be real.
It's Antarctic, right?
I hope. Oh my God.
Right. Hello.
I think we should turn into those kangaroo creatures from. Tank Girl.
I was just going to say fucking Tank Girl.
Reuse them again.
Whoa.
Whoa.
My wonder is why did they make a tiny laser grid for a tiny thing just in case an Ant-Man came?
Exactly. But they needed that there for airflow.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question, actually. What the fuck is that thing doing there?
Sometimes decisions are made that you just don't understand.
It's a structural thing. It probably is a ventilation hole because it is, there's things running. It maybe not be running hot, but they could.
I'm wondering
if just in case somebody tiny wanted to get in there, they put lasers.
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe that had something to do because they were doing the live testing on the sheep earlier, if that maybe was a vent for when they did live things in there. I don't know. I guess it really doesn't matter that much, does it? It's, in the grand scheme of things, it's very small.
It's very minuscule.
That would be terrifying.
Oh, very Mission Impossible.
Oh, it's not enough.
Oh, fuck.
That looks like it's like out of a mystery science theater thing or something.
Looks like when they're looking at RoboCop. He's fucking chilling, eating baby food. Tastes like baby food.
Just looked like a Coke for us or a Coke Slurpee to me.
Why the fuck would he trust you?
Don't trust anybody with anything.
DTA.
Oh, he's been well prepared for this.
Oh, yeah.
He is not a good-looking man.
Him?
Yeah.
He makes a good villain.
Yeah, but I mean, just like his features are all too big.
Good-looking villain.
Yeah.
Ugly hero.
Ugly man. Just in general. But, hello. I would love to have just as a collector's item those tiny little containers.
Yeah, they probably give you one of those. That's a neat idea, actually.
That would be amazing.
So, like, when are we gonna get Marvel Land at Disney?
I have a feeling it's tied to Universal's contract with
their deal that they still must be when they're done then. Mm-hmm. Once they're done with it, man, they're having all types of problems with this Marvel property. Shit.
Yeah, it will be. It's that's the problem is because they didn't think to make it like a conglomerate at the beginning. They were just like, oh, we need to make money, so I'll sell these guys the rights to this. I'll sell these guys the rights to this. And whereas, I don't know, Warner Brothers bought the rights to everything for DC, pretty much, anyways. And then the things that they probably didn't sell, nobody wanted.
Well, that's exactly it. Some of these Marvel things are probably like, no, we're holding on to this, like Spider-Man, and we think we can still make money. So I guess that is still there, eh? The Islands of Adventure or whatever. Mm-hmm. It still has the Marvel Land. Yep. Fuck, I should go there. Well, I gotta wait for Nintendo Land, so it's like, which one do I want more?
Well, what you do is you use Nintendo. You go there at Nintendo Land time, but then you take advantage of Marvel Land.
Well, no, I'm saying like it might not be there.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking like if that fucks off, they're probably putting Nintendo Land in there.
I think you got a lot of time. No, because I think they're already working on Nintendo Land.
Yeah, I think you were correct.
So if that's the case, they're not tearing down. What's going to happen is they're just going to rebrand those things. They'll tear the Hulk off of that friggin' ride.
Oh yeah, just like Top Gun,
and then put King Kong. Or something,
or whoever they still own the rights to.
Yeah, exactly.
They still have their monster universe.
Yeah, Frankenstein's drop or something. Like it's just what does that have to do with anything?
He was dropped.
Yeah, right.
Like when he came back down from being electrocuted from the lightning,
or one of the pieces of him was dropped. Right.
You could play his leg.
Oh, see, that's an opportunity for him to shrink down and pull the bullet out of Hank. Shrink down all small and come out.
Good call. He didn't do that, eh?
And then he accidentally grows big while he's inside him. And he just
takes his fucking arm. Oh, fuck.
And actually, I just came out with a line for that, too. He's sitting there. He's like, take the suit off. And then he just goes, Hank, is this bulletproof? No. And then hands up right away.
He's like, ants.
I big A10. He gets shot in the second one too, doesn't he?
He's a fucking bullet.
Oh no, he's like
holy Jesus, those guys are big.
Yeah. They're nothing I want to fuck with. I'm like, ants terrify me because I can't I can't distinguish between different like species of ants
Who
very
can?
easily. Well, but like I mean, like you can see like a big red ant, and you're like, "Ooh, that's not good." But if you see like the regular, if you see like a regular black ant, you're like, "Oh, that's just a common ant." And then all of a sudden, it starts eating into your fucking skin, and you're like, "What's happening?"
Well,
to me?
I mean, because you always have like lots of ants crawling all over you, so it's scary because you don't know which ant is which.
Well, I'm just thinking about like when you're doing something outdoors, you're at like a park thing, or you're at camping or something like that, and it's like there's ants around. It's like, oh, do I give a shit that these
do I
ants
let
are
them
here?
envelop me or do I move?
Like the ones in those were the ones that I was looking up that turned out to be real, were the ones in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, those gigantic ones that like eat the Nazi alive and stuff. Those are real ants.
Oh,
Not like
sweet.
not the ones in that movie. I gotta look that up now. I'm doing
ant thing here now.
I'm doing a little more research for other movies than I care to do usually, but
Woo! Holy fuck!
See, ants and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull pops up right away. As unbelievable as they were, the giant ants in Indiana Jones: The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull are semi-real. They're called Doralus ants. While they're not the enormous size they were in the movie, they certainly can devour a healthy human being in a matter, or they certainly can't. They're pretty scary. Blah 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 blah. Killer ants.
Killer bees.
Yeah, there's. No. Anyways, it doesn't really matter now.
Man, you're not gonna help me get out?
No, why would you?
Holy fuck! I just only got 2 minutes to get out. For
Every man from themselves.
Oh, he's gonna save Buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. See, that was a nice move.
So good. Yeah, they're very big.
So they're real.
They're real.
And they ate that guy for real.
Yeah. Oh, that
And the
guy's
monkey
dead.
swinging scene was real.
Yeah. Everything in that movie was real. Except
man.
Shia LaBeouf, totally CG.
See to the motherfucking G.
They even.
Hey.
Yeah. No, I know. This was the whole.
There's your tank.
This is the whole foreshadowing. But that's my favorite
the
part of it.
giant keychain
The keychain
dragging
is a part
behind
of
it.
it. I love that
So thankfully,
much.
it was a working miniaturized tank.
No, it wasn't that it was a working miniature. Well, it was, he shrunk down. There's a scene, you know, when they showed like that old scene when it was him fighting like at like some war or whatever. That tank is in that footage. He shrunk the tank then, and he's
That's
kept it
right.
ever since. So now he must have done something to maintain it, because I imagine that's required. I don't know if you like when you shrink something, you don't have to work on it and like oil, like, you know, change the oil.
You
and
might have to give it a little TLC every now and then.
So one thing I really loved that they did in the second one is that they have like the little Hot Wheels container full of cars that are all actual cars.
Right.
That's something, like, to me, if you could like take any technology from like any of the Marvel movies, I think that would be the
Anthony.
best technology. Would be the ability to shrink things down like that.
It is fucking neat, man. Moving buildings and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine you wanted to move your house, you could just shrink it down and just put it in your trunk and then
Wherever
take
the
off.
fuck you want to.
But I was thinking but I always think about things just in the most practical of my life ways. And I was like considering, like, I'm like, oh, what if I don't want to, like, the roads are bad and I want to take the train. So I'll shrink down the car and put it in my pocket, take
Yep.
the train up. And then then if the weather's better, so I'm coming home, so I don't have to take the train back and then drive
good
from
idea,
there. I
actually.
can just drive my car home.
Damn good idea. Just throw it on the street. Whoop.
Never have to pay for parking.
That alone is going to save you hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
I'm sure the device to shrink things and make them larger probably cost a hell of a lot of money.
It'll
It's kind
pay.
of like new windows. You're like, is this really saving me money in the end?
Yeah.
Oh, Pemmer, there she goes. Whoa.
Ugh.
Whoa.
What thing did what button did I press?
All the ideas and everything I stole, gone.
I get it though.
Oh, we got you, bro. Whoa.
Whoa.
Would it be better to be big or small there? Like, shit.
It would probably be better to be big. I feel like the wind hitting you. Like, imagine
Probably.
that.
But if you fell, I'd go small.
Yeah. He's had a lot of time to put that
Oh,
on.
Shit, yeah. He was hanging out the window for like 20 minutes. They just sort of fast forwarded it.
You can, if you're really listening, you'll hear that the sound when those lasers are going off are the AT-AT from Star Wars. Pew pew.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's what I was built for.
Exactly.
But it's one of those things too. Like, I understand that this is an actual character from the, oh my God, like
They're dead.
Tiny laser murder.
They're dead.
Like, I understand that this is a character that existed and stuff like that. It's just always like the bad guy character who has like the same version of what you have. There always has to be so many.
Yeah.
Like, I have to have a bunch of extra things on it.
Neat.
Like weird Spotify action going on. You know, like I like their use of the small things is really interesting in these two, like just having lightsabers there for some reason.
Product placement.
Well, yeah, but also just the idea of
things
like
floating around.
Yeah. And then that too is like my favorite part in the movie is when he falls out the window and then that little like tink on Garrett Morris's cab. Like, it's just
whoa.
Oh, see, imagine if that guy could go into giant man mode. That would be the most terrifying thing in the world.
He doesn't have the biz.
I think
Holy Jesus, don't eat those, they're bad for you.
Yeah. You said salt of the earth a lot last week. I've said terrifying a lot more this week. Oh, man.
They are wrecking their barbecue. It's pretty dark here. Where are they? Oh, fuck. Right in the old fly swatter. Or the old bug zapper.
Yeah. I used to love watching the mosquitoes go
Oh,
into
man.
that thing.
Sometimes you get a big old one and it would be like, holy shit, the house is going to light on fire.
Mm-hmm. It would sound like Wes Craven's Shocker. Oh, I said Shocker right when he got tased.
That was so perfect.
Oh, my God. Have you ever seen somebody actually get one of those in them? Like the barbs when they pull them out? It looks like it hurts like a motherfucker.
It's always like some guy high on like 50 types of meth. Yeah. And he's like, the fucking bug zapper got him, eh?
Oh, but it's bringing him back. It's fine. It's like a defibrillator.
That was neat.
But
I thought that was the end right there.
I don't know. For some reason, I said that this thing, and like it looks like that hurt, and then you started your sentence, and it made it sound like it was you were going to continue into a story when you were tased. I was like, oh no, I don't want to hear this.
Oh, sorry. It's always like some guy like has been methed out of his face on like live PD or cops.
Yeah.
And they could tase him all day long and doesn't do fuck all. So it takes like 15 cops, and he's just like, I'm God. I am God.
I saw an interview, an internet video one time, and the guy took a taser, and it went in him, and he just looked at the guy and goes, that's your ass. And then all of a sudden it like went off again, and then he went down. It looks so scary.
Don't be scared.
I know I'm the scariest thing you've ever seen, but chill out. Who's got Cassie? Shrink.
Oh, you better get your hat. Oh, yeah, leave it on. Leave it there with him, eh?
I wonder. I don't know that they've ever explained it or if even the thing explains it, but what is the significance of having to have the helmet on when you do it too?
That's what makes you shrink.
Is it because like he presses it on his thumb and the thing's on his
helmet?
belt?
He always has to have the helmet on.
Yeah, because it's like
it's probably a safety feature.
Yeah.
So in case you go way too big or way too small, you have the oxygen on. You have the
Well, that was my wonder, is if like when your molecules are so big or so small for the oxygen, is it too? This is a cool scene.
It's neat, eh?
They said very specifically, I guess they asked to use Thomas the Tank Engine, and the one thing they said, it was like Thomas can't be shown to be doing anything evil, like anything malicious. I'm like, how would? Like, what do you assume they're going to do?
Well, the bad guy could throw it at people and make it grow giant and then try and kill them. Or
I would, at the very least, if I was a big company like that, or I had some brand like Thomas, and somebody's like, we want to use it in the movie, my question would be, how? Tell me how. I don't want to create a bunch of rules that make me sound stupid.
Right, but
I want to say how. And then if they say, oh yeah, we're gonna make Thomas do like we're gonna stick inside some girl's pussy or something like that, then it's like, then you're like, okay, well, can we just let's make that rule number one that's not gonna happen, you know? And like judge what they're going to do
Yeah, that kind of would work out better, because when you say like, you're kind of giving them their out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to make them do something crazy evil or something, right? Well, no, even though you just were like, oh, fuck, we just were.
Yeah, exactly. Son of a bitch. But yeah, it's just like, to me, that would be, I remember seeing that in the, that was actually the thing that won me over in the trailer for it. When I saw that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I've got to watch this movie. Like, not that I wouldn't have because it's a freaking Marvel movie, but just the general idea that like that something like that would happen in the middle of a giant action sequence. I like that they got all those guys back for the sequel too. Like, I mean, they could have easily have just used Michael Pena and like ignored the other guys outright.
Oh, you gotta have T.I., man.
Do you gotta have T.I.?
He did good in it. I think he did great in the movie.
He's actually fine in everything he's been in. He's been in a few other things too. I've got him written here, roughly.
Whoa, buddy.
Man, those lasers are powerful, and it's wrecking his daughter's room.
I know. She probably had a couple coins in that thing, too.
Not fair. Yeah, T.I. was an American gangster. He was an Identity Thief, House of Lies, Get Hard, which is probably where... so he probably like fell in with Adam McKay and all that.
Yeah.
He was in Ride Along 2.
That's actually not a bad call. It's probably totally exactly where it happened.
Yeah. Oh, and this is where I found out about this movie in the first place, because he is in Dolomite Is My Name.
T.I.
Yeah, so I think that's where I first saw that Titus Burgess. See, so it all tied up.
Oh, the cops are just going to let him run in there, eh?
Well, he's a cop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So there you go.
He's just a street clothes wearing kind of guy, so he threw me off again.
Hey, sometimes you got to be a street dick, you know what I mean?
That's my favorite type of dick.
He does a good job in this, though, of playing, because he's the cop, but he's also kind of like the down home stepdad kind of. That guy too. He was in friggin' Luke Cage season 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of liked Luke Cage season 1.
He's the one I kept calling Mahershala Ali until I figured out which one Mahershala Ali was.
Oh shit! There you go.
Grow big. I liked that actually when they're fighting the little stingy things, like they were coming after him too. You got to look up the video. Somebody's like making like a legit Doc Ock like suit for a handicapped kid.
No way.
And it like helps like steady him and helps like move him.
Holy
and helps
fuck!
him climb
What is
up
that
on
gonna cost?
and I don't know. It's like they're building one. Like it's not like so. It's like they've been like working on it. It was pretty cool. Uh-oh.
Sounds like it'd be if it worked.
Yeah, well, it showed them do some stuff. Like it's not like it's going to be as dynamic as the Doc Ock suit, right?
Should have known that's where he was gonna go with that, buddy. He was gonna grow small and go inside. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Get a lip. Oh fuck! The fuck's going on with this guy?
Yeah. You just like, are you aware of what you just made your daughter do? You just made your daughter watch that get like destroyed.
Oh yeah, he's like so small.
Yeah, he's going so like basically. Those are atoms.
Oh, this is such a cool moment.
It is. This reminds me a lot of. There was some tardigrades.
Whoa! Like the incredibly shrinking man.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah, I was thinking too. It also reminds me a lot of the end of Doctor Strange, when he's like in that world of Dormammu.
I like that was a neat ending to that one.
It was all weird and colorful.
Become
but like
irrelevant. That's what he says in The Incredible Shrinking Man. He's like, you become so small that it's like you don't even exist.
That's essentially what's happening to him right now. Is he's just.
Woo. Because at that point in time, I was like, that was the ending, and then I'm like, whoa, like a whole trippy concept going on here. Fucking.
Yeah, for sure. This is essentially like where he's at.
It does remind me of Doctor Strange, actually. All this crazy prism plasm. Plasm.
And this is essentially where he's left when.
At the end.
When Ant-Man 2 ends.
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy. Like, it's something that scientifically I almost wish you were able to witness. Because, I mean, you can get down pretty goddamn small and see things, but it's like you can't get down smaller than an atom.
That is so cool. Like, none of the other guys in the universe have seen this shit.
Exactly.
That's what makes him even cooler. Because he can go to the quantum realm.
Yeah. Oh, do not lose that.
For a fuck.
Could you imagine? It makes me wonder, too, like... how long does this feel like? Because he says
It
like
probably
time
feels
and everything
forever,
becomes
yeah.
like it's to him could have felt like 500 years.
It's like you're the dog
Yeah.
and everything else is your master coming home. It feels like eternity. You could leave for
Nice.
2 minutes, come back in. The dog's like, where have you been? I've missed you forever.
Yeah.
There he is. He faced the smoke. The suit should have been smoking.
Yes. Or like a giant tardigrade was on his back or something like that.
Yeah, he
Those
should have
things-
brought something back with him. Yeah.
Look at me. This is an atom. It's the size of a bowling ball now. Oh, my baby girl. I'm dedicating this episode to my daughter. It's equal parts awesome and horrifying. Oh, we got her. I am never.
Wasn't that dude in? Yeah, that guy was in. Is he Avon Barksdale?
Yeah.
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 Looking around. It looks like a real Thomas the Giant Train. I remember
Of
that
course
one.
not.
Nope.
I would tell you. Do you know how stressful that was?
Yeah, maybe. I was like, why can't you remember it?
Yeah. Well,
His brain
because
was
it's
too
like-
small.
Yeah, probably. That's actually quite a good.
And now this really ties. He's like, whoa, you could go in there and get my old lady.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now we've like these last two movies have
Yeah.
tied into like pretty much every one of the next movies. I like that a lot.
Yeah, go get some rest there, champ.
You did all right.
You're right, kid.
You're gonna be fine. Where's the guy?
Oh, look, no face because they haven't cast her yet. Look at how perfect that is. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see it. Her face, it was like a picture of the family and her hat was covering her face.
Ugh. Oh, my thing just died.
Whoa.
I was just checking her for lice. Oh,
What
that was-
the fuck just happened there?
My phone battery died and it
A
vibrated.
pacemaker.
It vibrated. It's like death shrivel. You dirty whore. Oh man, I like the little piece of like, hey, we have to fix
yeah.
our sod here because we had a giant
I
train.
can't remember the last one here though. The end. There's got to be one.
Oh, the
There's an end credit scene, right?
yes.
Oh,
I
that looked
don't
a very
remember what.
healthy meal.
What was it? I didn't notice.
It looked like a steak, green beans, and possibly a little bit of mac and cheese.
Ooh, looks like some brown.
Oh yeah, see, yep. Oh, it's a
The
looks like
hamburger
a
patty.
Salisbury steak.
Ugh,
I know, right? Ugh, God.
that's not how you prepare a steak. Oh no, it's meatloaf.
It's weird that my wife's got two husbands
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's definitely meatloaf.
Meatloaf, eh?
Yeah. There's the magic day.
Like he seems like a really cool stepdad.
He is.
You know what I mean? Like he doesn't care the other dad's hanging around. Like he gets it.
Well, and that's the thing, and he is, and especially you see that more in the second movie because you think he's an antagonist in this one because he's like, oh, he's the cop and he's always going to be
Right.
trying to get him and because he was a criminal and blah blah blah. But then you really just see he's like, no, I just want what's best for this little girl.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, so do I. Sweet, high five. Like,
Let's share her. And then I'm talking about the little girl.
hell's yeah.
Oh, here's the new scheme.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. He's telling his story again. Ignacio. I wish my name was Ignacio.
Yeah, I'm sure, right?
It's the stories. Oh, I don't get art sometimes. Because whenever I see like one like that, it's like it's red with some black on it. Like what?
Oh,
What's
here we
that?
go.
Ooh. She is crazy stupefied. There's our
Now
next.
that was the best acting.
You know what's actually sad is now we're just slowly counting down to when there's no more Stan Lee cameos.
Oh, I think you hear that microphone?
No.
Damn.
There's your weird, gross, like grunt.
I know we are counting down. It's just kind of a sick thing we're doing here.
Yeah. This is actually, we get another little interesting thing here because she's making Spider-Man references here.
Ooh.
So, but she makes it sound like it's 3 different people, but it's all like one dude. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, who else are they mentioning?
Like, how did this all... This is probably a plant too, right? The other one was.
No, well, it's because they're... Well, the idea is they're searching for him for something, which...
oh, yeah, there's the Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
Something's itching the fuck out of me down here.
I don't know.
It's a tick in me.
You literally the episode I just edited that's going to be released next Friday from when we do this.
It's the same tick. It's the same tick. They dig in.
It's terrifying. Again, I say that word today. It's terrifying sitting this close to Todd because we'll be sitting there and all of a sudden he'll just be scratching his entire body and going, I have ticks. Like, this isn't what I need.
They terrify me. Did you see that snake? Poor fucker.
What snake?
He was in, they call him Nike or something.
Oh.
They found him in a pool in Australia.
Okay.
He was covered with 511 ticks.
Can I tell you a little something? Living in Australia, he had it coming.
Yeah, probably. It looked awful. I didn't know they could get up under the scales and shit.
Wow,
It was awful.
Oh.
Apparently they're like paralysis ticks, and he's all right, apparently. You just
I'd rather have died.
Fucker.
I would rather.
And then I got him. That's how I found Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh,
because I was looking at these tick pictures and I was like, this is disgusting. These fucking ticks are so awful.
Let's say that sentence again very slowly. I was looking at these tick pics.
You go to tickpic.com?
Oh, yeah. I'm sending tick pics to all the ladies.
Right?
And Dr. Pimple Popper really likes it.
Fucking right.
That's so, I still am so grossed out by Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, that should have been my job.
Oh,
I could be Dr. Pimple Popper MD.
No, you need to be a hot Asian to get away with that. And guess what you ain't?
I could be.
Yeah.
After the surgery. when I change over my consciousness with that sex doll.
Here we go.
Oh my god, down in the
We got
basement.
our mid-credits scene.
Got something to show his daughter down in the basement again.
Yeah. You can't destroy power.
Energy never dies.
What energy dies, doesn't it?
Never.
Oh, okay, sweet.
You remember the Black Eyed Peas CD.
Goodness. Oh, I just don't funk with people's hearts. That's all I learned. It looks so good. You know what makes me laugh? I know he built it for his wife, but it just makes me like laugh that he's like tweaking it and stuff like that. And it's like, this will fit my daughter's cup size better.
Yeah, exactly.
It is form fitting.
That's why he was grabbing her the other night. Also, he thought she was his wife.
When she's sleeping,
he's getting senile.
When she's sleeping, he's rubbing his hands along her curves and go, "Yeah, that feels like what the suit's shaped like."
Ooh, yeah, you got that right, girl.
You know what? Who could have been good in that role? Actually, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, she's good in everything, man.
Yeah.
She's hot. I like her.
So Tiny Dancer didn't make the lists, so I've been listening the whole time just in case. Tiny Dancer did not happen.
We got a little surf rock going on here.
Yeah, that's weird.
B-52s kind of thing fucking happening here.
That wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster. Still the all-time greatest theme to the all-time greatest video we ever made together, which was your project on NAFTA, which you decided not to make. They're like,
sometimes
yeah,
you got to make artistic decisions.
Jesus Christ!
You got to go the other way.
I've never seen Todd not need a credit more than when it's like do a project explaining NAFTA. So he comes to me and he's like, I'm making a video about a guy named Frank NAFTA who poisons the water supply. And can you help me? And of course I can.
Come on, right? A sweet project like that.
We made, oh my God. And like, so literally our one friend who was in it, he was driving a white van, and every time he'd drive up, he was always listening to Rock Lobster diegetically. So it's like, it wasn't like it was like a theme that was happening in the background of the movie. It was just always on his radio.
Yes. Like Fast Car.
Yeah.
In Magnolia.
There you go. Or I Would Walk 500 Miles and How I Met Your Mother. I always liked that. That was the thing they stuck with forever. They were like the tape got stuck in the guy's car. So every time they were driving, that was the only song that would play.
So like what, it rewinds itself?
It was like, well, it was like the single. So it would just keep like play. It would just like, it would flip and play it again and flip and play it again. Over and over again.
Whole tape for one fucking song.
Yeah, it was good.
What a fucking world.
That's how. Well, it was short tape, so I mean, you got that going for
One
you.
fucking tune.
I didn't make it. Leave me alone.
These ones aren't. This one shouldn't be as long. This movie is only 120 million.
130 million.
130 million.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was 120. It's just gonna add a couple minutes on.
I find it kind of upsetting that it didn't make a little bit more money though. Like I figured it was at the point. Like I know money.
It's shit ton. Nobody knew him yet.
Well, nobody knew Ant-Man, but people knew Paul Rudd and people knew Adam McKay and Peyton Reed. They didn't know, and I don't know if maybe that like throws people off, or was it the controversy with Edgar Wright going, "Oh, well, if there's like all
that's exactly what I think would. If anything, I first believe that it was because it's Ant-Man.
Yeah,
and people were like, "Fuck Ant-Man."
Yeah,
but that does not help.
No,
hearing about the strife.
Yeah, because I know that hurt. Well, that hurt Solo as well.
Yeah, hearing. See, I wonder what would have happened with Solo if nobody heard any of that studio shit.
Mm-hmm.
The movie just came out.
Yeah, I have no idea. I did tell you though
that would have done better.
I did tell you that Chris Miller of Lord and Miller liked one of my tweets though.
Yes, you did.
That was the best.
That is pretty. Tell that, man. You met Will Arnett.
Yeah, I met Will Arnett. This is prior to like what are we? It's January 30th right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. January 31st now. It's past midnight. So we met. They were promoting Lego Batman or what? No, just Lego Movie 2.
Lego Movie 2, yeah.
Yeah, they were promoting that, and he was at my work, and I got to meet him.
And
then I tweeted the photo, and I did something else too. I tweeted it from both accounts, from the Miscast Commentary account and the other account. Chris Miller liked it on my account. And then I cannot remember the guy's name, and I apologize, but the one of the executives for Warner Brothers and the executive producer of the movie liked it on our account.
Sweet.
So it's nice. I like getting likes from people with check marks. I'm still trying to get a check mark.
Check marks.
Twitter.
What the hell's that even mean?
It means you're like a verified
OG
person. Yeah, you're an OG. No, it's you're somebody, you've got a lot of followers, plus you have like a lot of you're some kind of like celeb or something like that. So,
oh,
you know,
check mark for like the VIP,
the VIP,
like
baby.
you've been in stuff, like you count as a person because you have a fucking check mark.
I know. I just applied for one just to see if it was possible.
Can I get a minus?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Is that what the fuck? You gotta check. There must be a minus.
Yeah, I think you automatically get one if you type MAGA in too many times, or if you defend any of the I'm sick of all this Me Too bullshit.
Me too.
Yeah. Or if you say I identify as and then anything that's ridiculous. I identify as a fish. You're an asshole. Fuck you. There's a song called Ant Music that was written by Adam Ant, performed by Adam and the Ants.
Oh my god!
So yeah, that worked, right? Oh, there's one called Pink.
Henry Jackman. That's the name of a damn boat.
It's also almost the name of Hugh Jackman. If you're not listening,
is this the? I missed it. This is not. This movie's not big enough to have the legend of Bagger Vance on it. What's his name?
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Are you talking Tiny Dancer still?
No, the guy who did the last one.
Oh,
Danny Elfman.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro.
I think this is just like Peyton Reed's main guy.
2015, man. We're getting there.
We're almost in the present, guys.
They don't make them... Oh, no, wait. Yes, they do.
They do. They currently make them like this.
They are
so this is an interesting little bit. So, because this throws into another movie, too. Look who we found.
Whoa.
I remember I've had a freak out. I was watching this with the kids. See?
Oh, see, they're trying to still keep him in the fray here.
So this is
This is a weird scene to add to the end of Ant-Man.
Well, the worst thing, too, is that this is Yeah.
Whoa.
Because that throws a bunch of stuff off too, because it throws off the timeline a little, because they're talking about the Sokovia Accords, but Civil War hasn't happened yet and that sort of thing. I think that came out when it came out on home video. I don't know that it was there when it was out in theaters. I don't recall seeing it in the theaters.
I don't know either, actually.
Anybody who didn't see that with us, it was the after credits scene where Falcon has the Winter Soldier in his grasp.
Would they do that though?
And Captain America. I don't
add it after for the video release.
I don't know.
So strange.
But that would have made no, like, just think about it though. That would have made no sense to anybody pre-Civil War.
The last one took place in Sokovia and all this shit happened.
But nobody knows what the Sokovia Accords are.
Of course that explains it in the next.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying is the Sokovia Accords aren't even introduced until into the movie. It's not like the Sokovia Accords had started sometime in the timeline between the two.
Maybe there's clearly discussion of a Sokovia Accord. They're on the know.
No, because
they have underground intelligence.
It literally isn't brought up until into the movie because of stuff that happens. So it's like, I don't know.
Well, give us your thoughts on that thing right there.
Or if somebody does actually know, email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com.
We might have just found a dent in the armor. We might have just found a timeline fuck up.
Because where that is in the timeline...
I still think it can be explained.
Yeah, because where that is in the timeline is after Tony and Captain America have parted ways. Because he just said this would have been easier if it was a week ago. And then he's like, we could talk to Tony. And he's like, we can't talk. Like, Tony won't. And then they were talking about the Accords and stuff. So they've already had their split. Like, they are fighting. And that's when
it's strange.
And then he goes, I think I know a guy, talking about Ant-Man, to bring him in on Captain America's side. So we're like halfway
through Civil War
in that scene.
We should look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yes.
All right. So anyways, if you do know something about that, if you know when that was added, or if that was during the theatrical release or anything like that, email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com, or Twitter @miscastpodcast, @JKFinley, or @miscasttodd. Visit us just @miscastcommentary.com. See all our latest episodes, news, all that good stuff. We'll link to our t-shirts. Go check out those t-shirts too, man. We've got more out there for you.
You know what? Even if you know something that's not about this, just let us know.
Yeah.
I like secrets.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me what's going on in your home life. Hey?
Fuck.
You fucking around? I'm not going to tell.
In all senses of the word.
I'm not going to tell. We make up names here. We've made up the names for all of our fans, so why wouldn't we make up a name for you? Yeah.
Yep.
Darnell, Tristina, Grafrau. Actually, we didn't even make a fourth one, did we?
Well, we
just the 3. Wow. One day we'll get a fourth fan.
Exactly.
So
today is not that day.
No. All right, guys. We will see you next week when we do another movie that I don't have in front of me, but we're going to find out right now.
You take a guess. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm looking at the schedule. It is Civil War.
Fuck.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense. I should have guessed Civil War based on the last fucking thing we just saw.
Yeah.
Well, so they were throwing us through a time loop.
I know. But we will see you next week. We're doing Captain America. Just looking at this schedule, Captain America Civil War is way back. So many movies came out since Civil War. It feels like it was Civil War and then like 2 other movies.
Holy fuck.
But like Civil War, then Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, Spider-Man, fucking Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Incoming attractions. Just a shit ton of coming attractions.
Yeah. So
it's not bad. I think we're halfway.
We have
fucking
to
get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Oh. All right, guys. We will see you next week. We love you. Bye-bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.
We will be time.
Yeah.
There will be so many episodes, they will replace clocks and they will refer to miscast episodes as chronological order or time.
You've
Like,
been
what time's
you've
it
been
now?
gone for an Iron Man and a Demon Night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm down with that. Everybody, throw out your smartwatches.